What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Memphis Grizzlies fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, where tonight we'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction, scoreboard, game clock, interactive chat, of course. Well, I guess they're all interactive chats, but we'll be talking in the chat. We'll also have the players who are playing in the game over here to my left, a.k.a. your right. And the Spurs are due for a win, and what better time to get a win than to play a team that's missing, like, everybody? So the Spurs have a good shot of ending this losing streak. The Spurs are down Devin Vassell tonight, but as far as it looks, everybody else is good to go tonight, and I do expect a win tonight. And Bane, thank you for being here. I hear distant relative of Desmond Bane, so it makes sense that Bane will join us for the stream tonight. Miguel, good evening to you. Red Dress Selena, I don't know that one. Daniel Barry, Josh, Spur of the Moment, Spurs fan. Woo. James, Isabel, Random Kid, good evening. Bonjour, les fans. I'll be at the Clippers game on Monday. Nice, Josh. Shout out from the 210. And Red Dress Selena, I don't know that, Miguel, so I might have to go Google that real quick. Red Dress Selena. I'm literally just going to search for Red Dress Selena. Actually, it filled it out. Red Dress Selena Gomez. Oh. Okay. I see. Well, there's a different couple red dresses. But she looks pretty good in a lot of them. So, well, maybe that'll make an appearance at some point. We'll see. But thank y'all for joining us tonight. I am here. This TSR Sports is over there. Dogs with us too. It is a back-to-back, Andy. I'm not a big fan of back-to-backs. I'm sure the players hate them even more. Random Kid, good evening. Michelle Beadle is on the broadcast. I think you got an image of her in a red dress. Did I, Miguel? If I did, I don't remember. James, I hope you go and hope you have fun. Good fun, happy birthday. And I still don't have any friends. Actor Schmook, dude, good evening to you. I didn't mind the loss, but I hope we win this because the Grizzlies have been horrible. And I liked what I saw last night. I know the Spurs lost, but they were competitive. It wasn't a blowout. They were in there till the end. That's what I want to see from our guys. See them grow. Kelvin had a great game. Zach had one of the best games he's ever had as a San Antonio Spur. Wemby, minus the three-point shooting, had a solid game. Good evening, Cowboy X Factor. That is Bane. Good luck, man. I can't break your spirit. Well, I'll break your back. Victor Wembanyama, have a good night tonight, my man. Get some buckets. Why not, Jack? Good evening. Greg, good evening to you. Watching your UW Huskies. The rain is pouring in Corvallis. Can't wait for the next toilet flushing video. Cowboy X Factor, your sense of humor and mine you're pretty close there. I'm glad you appreciated that. Wemby needs to go for 40 plus. Phil, I can only hope. By the way, your box is going to be going out Monday. I'm going to put something in there besides just the jersey. I got to do it. I have to. So I want to see if I can find something for you tomorrow. I want the Spurs and Wemby playing well, even a loss. Yes, Spurs fan, absolutely. If they lose, so be it. It's going to happen. But play well, compete. And maybe there's some things we could take out of the game that shows, hey, this works better, that works better. I mean, Kelvin has been playing pretty well as a facilitator. He's been getting a lot of games where he's had 6 or 7 assists, or maybe not a facilitator, but at least finding his teammates. So there are some positives from this year. The turnovers have been a huge problem. And then, of course, just the losing. 7 games in a row right now. Zenab, good evening to you. Marcus Smart is out tonight, James. John Moran is out because he's on suspension. So the Grizzlies are down some guys. Hit that Chuck Norris. We need some fight. All right, Victor Wembanyama. I'll hit that Chuck right now. I know there's no need, but I want him. That's the thing. You understand? Even if I just throw a Snickers bar in there or something for you. I don't know. By the way, if you not hit the thumbs up, that's the best way to support a YouTube content creator besides being subscribed to the channel, hitting the thumbs up, commenting on the videos. So if you haven't done so already, we'll show it now. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Compete, yes, but this game is the Spurs to lose. Grizzlies, yes. But you know what? This is a trap game. How many times in the last few years when we've gotten together for one of these games did we think the Spurs should absolutely lose this? Was it the Rockets last year? I want to say it was the Rockets last season. Maybe the year before. Actually, I think it was the year before because Derek White was still here. Everybody was out, and they had their G League players on the floor, and we lost to them. That was rough. We lost to second and third string guys. So this is not a lock for a win tonight. This is a type of game that teams can overlook and take it for granted and think they automatically have a win. And next thing you know, you're looking at the scoreboard with 0 on the clock thinking, what that just happened? We lost. Well, thank you, Spurs fan. Appreciate that. Good evening, Physique. Thank you for stopping in. I was surprised with the toilet. With how New York Giants has played, it should have been a porta potty. I don't have a porta potty, nor do I have access to one, Phil. But, you know, I was trying to be creative. The video has almost no views. I appreciate those of you that watch the newest New York Giants video where I'm flushing the season down the toilet. I was really cute with, I think, putting the names in the toilet. And that's going to be New York Giants content on this channel for a while. Probably not getting a lot of views, but I'm okay with that. You know, like, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. My Spurs video, our Spurs videos didn't take off right away. You just got to work at it. And then more importantly, have fun. You know, it's not like those videos take me a long time to shoot. I did that during a 15-minute break. I do want to do a Spurs video tomorrow for the channel talking about the Spurs possibly pursuing Zach LaVine. That seems to be something you guys are starting to talk about more. I saw an article recently that I want to address as well. Isn't he primarily, though, a shooting guard? Does he run point? I don't follow the Bulls enough. I thought he was primarily a shooting guard, which is something we don't need. We need somebody to run the offense. Now, if he does run the offense out there in Chicago, could be somebody we pursue. I would be up for it, depending on what we have to give up. If we have to give up multiple first-round picks, I'm out. Completely out. I'll address that more tomorrow, though. Exactly. Be careful of Bain and Jackson. Last night, ESPN said Pop and Coach are waiting for 20 games before the design plays for Wemby. That is 20 games too long. Why not do that right away? Old mate, good evening to you. Cheers. Oh, man, took a look at my life. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that every time. It's sad because I actually like the Giants. They're one of the few teams that are likable and don't have a real reason to hate. I mean, yeah, they don't have any players or behavior or anything that, that makes you kind of scratch your head and like these guys are awful. Fan base is generally, I would say, okay. I mean, I know there's some NFL teams that the fan base really make you cringe or is awful. The Eagles fan base can be really rough at times. The Raiders fan base, not all of them, of course, a small select. Good evening, Dog She. He may be a better passer. Don't get Zach. He'll make us worse than the worst defensive team in the league. Kirk Chu, my biggest concern with him too is the injuries. He's had a lot of injuries in his career. I would not want to invest heavily into a player giving up assets, players, draft picks, or whatever it is, and he has a lot of injuries, and then having a player on that team would it stunt the growth they did there, guys, with somebody that, has been a high-volume scorer in Chicago. Is that going to take away from our other guys developing? So there's a lot to think about there. Chris Paul's not going to come here. Francis, I get what you're saying as far as the leadership and getting the ball to players. Chris Paul wants to be on a contender. While the Warriors are still a contender, Donovan sells out, by the way. Jonathan Yu. Donovan sells out. Looks like Julian Champagne is getting the start in his place. Paul wants to get a championship. I don't think that's going to happen in Golden State. They're getting older. I think the window on them is closing very rapidly. They would need another type of Kevin Durant goes to the team type move that happened a few years back. They need that type of player to come to the team, I think, for them to be championship relevant again. I think the window's closing very fast on the Golden State Warriors. Sorry if there's any Warriors fans in the chat. Good evening, Roy. Thank you for stopping in and say what we need right now is for all those fat, out of shape Memphis City sweat hogs to keep their lights down and tell the world what a real team looks like. Hit the music. Nice call. Nice callback. Now, if anybody doesn't get what Roy was doing there, you could take what he just said as offensive. He's actually quoting Ravishing Rick Rude from the 1980s, a wrestler in the WWF used to say, and he had a six-pack, so he was cut, right? He would say, what I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, out of shape, sweaty pigs, shut up. I mean, he would get in trouble probably for saying something like that in today's culture. Back then, anything goes. And, I took his robe off for the ladies, and he'd hit the music, and he'd take his robe off, and then he'd show the abs, and then do a little dance, and it was ridiculous. But, man, it was rest in peace, Ravishing Rick Rude. You could not do that today, but somebody would be offended by that for sure, and he would get in trouble. Good evening, Beavis. Spurs will win by 20 tonight. Good evening, Toby. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, Cowboy X Factor. I appreciate that. Zach, I know you watch the Giants short too, being a Giants fan. Here's the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bismack Biyombo, John Conchar, and Jacob Gilliard. So John is getting the start tonight. I wasn't sure who would be the fifth player for the Grizzlies, so I'll take their starting lineup. And they're missing everybody. For our San Antonio Spurs, what we've been seeing lately with Donovan Sellout, Keldon Johnson, Victor Wembanyama, Zach Collins, Julian Champagnie, and you don't mess with the Sohan on the starting Odyssey. Good evening to you. Demon, thank you for the thumbs up, and the player should be getting on the court here any moment now. Exactly, Cowboy. Jamal, we do need a win. Should Pop stop pulling Wemby and fight? Yes, he should. Especially if Victor is off to a fast start. Why are we pulling him 5 minutes into the game? Unless he's on the floor, like, asking for oxygen. What are we doing? And we've seen that the last few years where Pop has pulled guys that, oops, would have the hot hand. The next thing you know, it's like they're not on the court anymore. You always have to resize this. Something weird with my browser. Players are on the court, and away we go. Grizzlies win the jump ball. Thank you all for being here tonight. Let's get a Spurs win. Well, right. And the Spurs have their traditional court, which is nice to see because I don't like these in-season tournament courts. By the way, for anyone in the chat can help answer, I think this is accurate, but I noticed the Spurs play December 1st and they don't play again until December 11th. I presume that's because of the in-season tournament, so they'll be off for those 10 days. Champagne going to take a 3 for the Spurs, and that is good. Julian needs to get off a hard start because he's been a little hot and cold here and there. Tank answered all the questions. Kelvin and Vic matching facial here, do they? It is Grizzlies ball.
Hey,
and Bane. Bane with the 3. And that's why I have Bane up here. Because I'm going to be saying Bane's name tonight. If anybody's wondering why the heck Bane from the Batman universe is up here. Collins going to get the ball to Zach Collins. Collins going to get to Sohan in the paint. Jeremy gets quadruple teamed and gets blocked. We're going to have a foul, though.
5 people around here.
Yeah, it might have been quintuple teams. Good evening, William. Wemmy's tall frame tires quickly, but Andy, he plays a lot of minutes in the second half. He's usually playing 30-plus minutes a game. Spurs fan, I don't know. Sohan's at the line for 2 one-handed free throws. The first one's no good. December 1st, 11th is the knockout round for this. Okay, I thought so, Zach. So we're not playing then. I believe the Spurs are already eliminated with last night's loss. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jeremy makes a second free throw. It is 6-4. As we are the first minute into the game, the Grizzlies are up. Grizzlies are out, everybody. But this is a trap game for the Spurs. Drive by Jaren Jackson Jr. into the paint. Misses a shot. It's going to Spurs ball. Keldon will bring it up for San Antonio. Keldon and Zach both rocking headbands tonight. Hopefully they're not on too tight. Wemby with the ball right now. Over to Jeremy. Jeremy's going to take off into the paint. Out to Zach. Back to Champagne for an open 3. That's a little short. And a fight for the board. Sohan with the offensive board. And almost loses the ball. And then gets knocked down. Body's hitting the floor. And we might have 2 more free throws coming up for Jeremy. You don't mess with the Sohan. Ron Duffney, good evening to you. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Jeremy Sohan back in the line for 2 shots. 2 more one-handed free throws. Kokashiwa, thank you for stopping in. Nothing as of yet. Nothing big has happened. Can't Penny hit his opening 3. Yes, the Grizzlies eliminated 2, and they've been awful. I'm doing good, Ron. Thank you. Jeremy made the second one. It's going to be Grizzlies ball. Grizzlies are missing a lot of players, if you weren't aware, Kokashiwa. Lots of guys out tonight. Marcus Smart, I think I saw had a knee injury. He's out for a few weeks. Sean Morant still serving suspension. There's a few other Grizzlies out. So the Spurs really... There's a block by Wemby. No. Jermaine gets blocked out of bounds. Should I use the Bane voice every time? Don't I have a good Bane?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And Wemby barely had to jump to get that block. But Bane's also like 1.5 feet shorter than him. Jackson for 3 after an inbound pass. No good. Champagne with the rebound. He'll get it up to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan gets it up the court fast and gets it out to Wemby. He's open for a 3, and he, thank hallelujah, makes the 3. Jeremy also matching facial hair. I guess that's how they're getting unity. That's Bane. Ron from Batman. The guy that broke Batman's back. Spoiler alert if you haven't read the comic or seen any of the movies. Sorry. Sohan with the ball right now.
If you live under a rock.
Yeah, well, Kellen's wide open for 3 all day.
Oh!
Sohan plus point guard equals Tank. Good evening, Salvatore. Yes, Aquaman's out tonight too. Steven Adams is out. And Brooks, yeah, there are a lot of guys. The Blade with the 3. Boy, can't break your spirit or make a 3. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Keldon fakes a 3, takes off. He had Wemby open for 3. Didn't see him or ignored him. One of the two. Collins in the paint, misses the shot. And 2 more free throws coming up for the Spurs again. Rich, I heard Jeremy Sohan is a big fan of the channel and he's trying to copy your facial hair. William, thank you for stopping in. Exactly. We are starting good again, but I can't get I can get excited that we're starting well, but the Spurs this season and really the last few years have had a lot of good starts, and then the lead just... Zach Collins first free throw good? 13-9. Fresh zero? I hope so. Your girlfriend should sit where Selena was for good luck. She's not ready to come on camera yet. Collins' second free throw. Being in front of hundreds of people is not for everybody. Right?
I'm here to support you.
There you go. 14-9, 8 ready to go. Jaren Jackson in the paint, throws up off the glass. Good, 14-11. We are getting some calls tonight, yes. Salvador, that's arguably correct. So in with the ball right now. Into the paint, throws it up, and in. Jeremy with 5 points to start the game, I believe. Be a little more aggressive with a shot. We're great at letting former Spurs kill us. Yes, Steven, we are. Dane with the ball, kicks it out. Jacob Gilliard. First time I really said his name tonight. Back to Jackson for three. No good. Wemby with the rebound. Get it off to Champagne. Champagne will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 16-11. Back to Wemby. They'll get into Collins. Collins finds Kellen going baseline, and the reverse layup by Kellen's good. Spurs up 18-11. The Spurs have one group stage against the Warriors. Okay. I did say we're playing Golden State soon. Sohan Muscle. Hello, Tristan. Thank you for stopping in. We have a timeout. The Spurs are up 18-11. Sean Elliott said, I'm okay with Wemby shooting threes, especially when he marked it. Bill and Michelle laugh at Sean, saying, brilliant, Sean. Oh, especially when he makes it. Oh, I said marked it. Sorry, Spurs fan. I'm okay with shooting threes, especially when he makes them. Well, he hasn't been making them so far. He's shooting, I think, 28% from beyond the arc this year, and he's taking almost 6 threes a game. So, I mean, yes, I do love it when they go in, but if he's starting off 0 for 4, 0 for 5, I guess if he starts off 0 for 4, 0 for 5, then they're due to go in at that point. Yes, a good start so far, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, good start. Hopefully I don't need to do any of this tonight. My sad pillow. Everybody needs a sad pillow or sad pillows. KG playing an extra level tonight. I haven't seen. He looked good last night too. How much longer before Jean Morant returns? Tycoon Morant, I believe, is serving a 25-game suspension. I think this is the 12th game of the year for the Grizzlies. I believe they're coming in at 2-9. Still a ways away. Kyle says the Spurs are not that good this year. I can't argue with that statement in any way. Section 24, row 13, seat 5 and 6, everything looking good. Oh, Jeffrey, you're at the game. Nice. Spurs fan, yes, I think I've seen him play more as well. Doja, good evening to you. Go Spurs, go. Let my favorite player. Let my favorite player, the alien, hoop if we want to win to get the. I got thrown up a little alien emoji. The Clippers did win finally with James Harden on the roster. By the way, everybody. Little Go Spurs, go. Yes, they got their first win. A win it might well be. Celebrate, we will. Okay, Yoga the Frenchie. When we play the Suns again? I see what you're getting at, Kirk. I have no idea. Joe, good evening to you. Hello, Spurs fans. Hello, Rich. Mrs. TSR and her favorite Chow Mix Bear. Go Spurs, go. Nicely done, Joe. You know, even though it's, well, I mean, I'm a Spurs fan too. I don't want to say they suck, but they're not. Suck's a strong word, but not good.
They're up to their potential.
TSR, would you rather have 5 pounds of gold or $500,000? Wasn't gold trading at a high rate? See, if I take the $500,000, am I not going to get immediately taxed on that? Or is it the gold I might not be? So I'll take the gold. I don't know. That could be a bad choice. Son of Scar, good evening to you, my Hulk brother. Lewis, good evening to you. And we're going to have a whistle. That's going to go against Memphis Spurs ball. Would you like to pair Wemby with Harden, Russ, or CP3? No. None of the above. It does, and it might go up in value. Whereas a dollar tends to go down in value. Keldon with the ball, driving the paint, throws it out to Wemby, back to Jeremy. Jeremy's open for three. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound by John Concher, and it'll be Grizzlies ball. Down by 7.5 minutes to go. Jackson going to launch another three, misses that one. Jaren Jackson, I believe he's taken like 4 or 5 threes already. Wemby with the ball at the free throw line. Gets it over to Collins. Collins thinks about the three, pulls it down, back over to Keldon. Keldon looking to get into Wemby. Wemby got a one-on-one. And he's just going to pull up for a jumper, and that is short. Go one-on-one with Bismack Biyombo. Tell me when will you be mine? Tell me Biyombo, Biyombo, Biyombo. Bain for three. Going to get waved off. It was good, but an offensive foul on Jaren Jackson Jr. was probably on the pick. With $500,000, I can start a decent gold mine operation and still get the 5 pounds of gold. Good evening, Lewis. Good evening, Jared. How are you doing? Jared, my resident Yankees fan with the Yankees logo. There's other Yankees fans that stop by the channel, but you have a Yankees logo as your channel icon. And Wemmy's out after 5 minutes. At least Pop's consistent. I'll give him that. Keldon with the ball, drives to the paint, pull-up jumper, awkward looking, but he got the shot.
Consistently making a bad decision is not a good thing.
I don't understand why Wemby, every game now, 7-minute mark, pull him. Kevin with 7 points, 3 of 3 from the field, so Keldon off to a good start. A lot of empty seats right now at the Frost Center. We got a layup for the Grizzlies.
I think he's worried about him getting into foul trouble.
I don't know what he's worried about.
It really was just that one game where he really got into foul trouble.
He just pulled him early. Osman with the ball, gets it to Soman, and Soman back to Keldon, fakes the three, back to Osman, who's open for three. There you go, Chetty. Come on, Jared. Pop is tripping, yes. How do you feel about the Astros? Don't like him. I mean, you asked. Bain with the ball. Over to Jacob Gilliard. 6 on the shot clock.
That was a weird
Need to get a shot. Need to get the shot off. Finally, a jump hook in the paint. It's going to roll around and finally roll in for Bismack. Scores on the wrong side. 23-15. 5.5 minutes to go. Spurs up by 8. Malachi Branham's checked in. He'll take a three, and he will miss the three. Branham's three-point shooting has been leaving a lot to be desired this year. He has been quite awful from beyond the arc, if I remember correctly. We're going to have a foul on the Spurs. I'm watching, Zach, I'm going to watch the Giants and the Commanders. I believe a friend of mine is going to be watching as well that lives in Virginia. He actually, you guys have seen him on the channel before. He's the person that watched the Nats game with me when the channel started in 2019. I had a still emoji up of him. Or not an emoji, a still picture of him, a transparent GIF. Not fully transparent. A PNG. And Trey Jones coming in. Welcome back, Trey. First free throw was good. Nice to see you back on the court, my man. But I'll be watching Washington and New York tomorrow. I don't know what the Sunday night game is. If that's a good one, maybe I'll throw it on. Obviously, the Spurs aren't playing tomorrow. But I like having football on sometimes in the background. If it's not the Giants, to edit videos or surf the net or pay bills or whatever it may be. Spurs ball. Charles Bassinator's checked in as well. Keldon with the ball at the moment. Takes off into the post. Back out to Osman. Osman's going to take a three. A little short, no good. And it'll be Grizzlies ball. I wish I understood the Wemby sit at 7-minute routine as well. I wish somebody would ask him in a post-game interview. And we're going to have a drive to the hoop and a layup for Rose. Derrick Rose? I thought he was out. I keep forgetting he's playing for them. That's D Rose, right? I think it is. I thought I saw he was out tonight. We need another good game from Zach. We need a good game from everybody. I was just happy to see Trey Jones. Steven, you can keep it up like you keep the lead? I'd like to think we are. I thought Malachi was supposed to be a three-point specialist. TG, who's supposed to be a 3-level scorer. That was a scouting report I read on him before the Spurs drafted him. And he's shown that ability. His mid-range game's been pretty solid this year. He can finish around the rim when he actually gets the opportunity. The three-point shooting, though, has not been there at all this year. I'm going to check and actually see what he's doing from beyond the arc this year. I feel like he might be around 30% or less. Malachi's really been struggling. Let's see, probably easier to find him via his last name. There he is, Malachi Branham. Last season, he shot 44% from the field, only 30% from beyond the arc. This season, he's shooting 43% from the field and 29% from beyond the arc. He is not shooting a threes well at all. He was bad last year. He's actually gotten a little worse this year. If you look across the board, he's actually statistically down almost everywhere except for assists. He's up a little bit otherwise, and free throw percentage. Otherwise, he's actually trending down this year, which is not what you're looking for from guys on your team. You're looking for him to trend up and away. Yes, they do, Phil. Teams do know what's going to happen at the 7-minute mark, so yes, you can plan for it. Toby, I probably will. Cash Blue, good evening to you. Sunday Night Football is the hot Vikings versus the hot Broncos. Isn't it shocking the Vikings lose? What's his nuts? Oh, shoot.
What is that?
Yeah, their quarterback. He used to play for Washington. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Oh, my gosh.
What's his nuts?
I cannot remember the Vikings quarterback that got hurt. That's out for the year. I'm drawing a blank on his name. I can see Kirk Cousins. Yes, Kirk Cousins. Yes, there you go, Zach.
Nice.
He knew. I figured. No, I knew somebody would know it in there. And they lost their number one receiver too. I don't know how long he's out. He can't shoot for S. No, he can't. Mamu's getting some time against Spurs fans. Pop bringing Mamu Kelchvelli in.
That is such a mouthful.
He has a long name. I'm doing good, Jared. Yes, you like that. I do remember that with the Washington. I think it was the Redskins when he did that. He had that big game and he said you like that at the end. I think he tore his. Did he tear his Achilles this year? He's out for the year. And the Vikings now looking good, better without him. Osmond drives in the paint, misses the shot, gets fouled, going to the line for two. But you know what? Sometimes, I don't say it's for the player, but sometimes the best thing that can happen to a team is there's an injury to a player, and the guy that comes in might actually be the guy. The best example, of course, of all time is Drew Bledsoe gets hurt, and who comes in? Tom Brady, and then the rest is history. Kyle, did you just really ask me if I'm a Spurs fan? I'm not trolling, but yeah, Phil just said, seriously? Osmond's first free throw was good. I mean...
Check the wall.
Look at the wall. I can understand if you don't know who everybody is there, but my goodness. The couple there you should know, especially the current ones. Osmond at the line. The Spurs are on the bonus with 4.5 minutes to go. And that free throw is going to roll around and finally roll in. See if we can keep this up for the whole game. That is a lead.
Joe, we're trying to teach Bear that he has to leave Rich alone during the games. So if somebody's going to kiss him, it's going to be me.
He's actually doing good tonight. He hasn't approached me at all. All right, Kyle. Not going to lie, Denver might be the luckiest team in the past 5 years. Denver Nuggets, Denver Broncos, Denver... I don't know any other Denver teams. Raul, go Spurs, go to you. Malachi Brandon with the ball out, 3-point land. Takes off in the paint. I don't know if that was supposed to be an alley-oop to Bassey or a runner. Either way, one out of bounds, and it's going to be Grizzlies ball. Mama, where's the energy? Oh, jeez. We're not the best Coyote.
He would do it.
I agree, William. I agree. Top teams, KC, Philly, Jack, San Francisco, Baltimore, yes. San Francisco's weird because they had that 5-game winning streak, and then they lost 3 in a row. So I don't know if I trust him. Osmond's been up and down this year, but when he's on, he's really solid. Denver Nuggets, okay. Every time Mama plays, he fits so smooth, and actually, yes.
Yeah.
There's no I don't think there's any selfishness in his game. The Heat both score. What's the score, Jacob? Is it a high-scoring game? It is Spurs ball. Train Jones in the game at the moment. Or Train Jones with the ball at the moment. Gets over to Brandon. Brandon pull-up jumper, no good. Osmond with the rebound, gets it out to Mamu. He's wide open for 3. He's going to take the 3. He's going to make the 3. San Fran played their Super Bowl against the Cowboys in just a hand. Yeah. 24-8. Oof. San Antonio Hotspurs is in the house. Thank you for stopping in. We're going to have a foul on the Spurs. Is the big ditcher's back broken? I do have a Mono Ginobili jersey. I know I'm working on getting a Parker jersey. I'm eyeballing eBay for one to come up. I'm keeping an eye on him. I have it as my saved favorites. So every time a Tony Parker jersey gets listed, I'm getting notified. So I am actively looking for one. First free throw is good for Bane. 28-20. The Falcons are the best team. No, they're not. Sorry, bro. They're your favorite team in the NFL. That would be a factually correct statement. It's like the Giants are my favorite team, but I'm not going to sit here and say they're good because they stink. They might not win another game this year. Yeah, turnover. Jones with the pass to Osman. Osman couldn't hold on to it. Now turnover by the Grizzlies. All right, Spurs ball. Trey Jones takes off in the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good. Derrick Rose will bring it up for the Grizzlies. You have to wonder how good Derrick Rose would have been had he never gotten injured. Just injuries just destroyed his career. Like Grant Hill, another player that just Hill was fantastic his first 5 or 6 years, and then his ankle got destroyed and was never the same. And that could have been avoided with Grant Hill because he played in those playoff games for Detroit back in the day with the team, and the team I believe knew he had a bad ankle. And next thing you know, after the playoff series, he has surgery, and he just never, ever, ever again the same. What up, Jeremiah? The NFC South is a battle between the Falcons and Saints. Wait, the Falcons are playing good? Are they actually good this year? I don't know. I stand corrected if they're playing good ball. My apologies, Phil. And another offensive foul on the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama gets called for the foul, and the Grizzlies are having a lot of trouble with turnovers tonight. That's their 6th turnover. John says, I forgot the NFC South existed this year. I do not have a favorite college football team, Elias. My girlfriend's a huge UConn fan. UConn basketball.
Yeah.
Well, UConn men's football team sucks.
They won today.
They still suck. Well, they approved a 2-9?
Yes, sir.
All right, well. Do you think D-Rose end up? No. I don't. He's missed way too many games. You're going to like that Roy Garza quote.
Roy!
She loves Spaceballs, Roy. So you just
speak to my heart.
That pull up by Santi is no good. Spurs ball up 28-21. Mamu drives in the paint, throws up the left-handed shot, no good.
Oh, that's a pile.
And people are falling down left and right, mostly Spurs. The Grizzlies are going to have numbers. And an easy dunk for Santi Aldama with half the Spurs team on the ground down the other end. Yeah, that's true. Kokushiba. I know there's a lot of players who could say, just imagine. Yao Ming, if he never got hurt, or hurt multiple times. Granted, his size contributed to that, but what if David Robinson never got hurt? Then the Spurs don't draft him Duncan. Our 3-point attempt is no good by Santi. It'd be Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio under 2 minutes to go. Osman's open for 3, takes the 3 and misses the 3. Long rebound right back to Osman. He'll take another 3 and he'll make that one.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, what just happened to my scoreboard?
Phil, yeah, we have other teams. And Granada, I'm a Red Sox fan, so yeah, losing.
Wait, UConn has sports outside of basketball? I mean, not really.
I like to go to like a hockey game. It's kind of just fun.
The clock's not running. Let's fix that. Cats 210, good evening. I mean, how about one of the biggest lost career? He never lived up to his potential, but he never got a chance to. We have a technical on the Spurs. Greg Oden never really got to play. He was almost injured right away when he came into the league, and then just his career got decimated so quick. His knees could not withstand the game. There's a current player right now in the NBA who has that injury question mark on him as Wemby checks back in. Zion Williamson has been injured a lot in his short career, and he's so talented when healthy. He hasn't been healthy. No, she's not a Pats fan, Alien. I would draw the line at that.
I just don't care about football.
Red Sox and Patriots, I wouldn't be able to stomach that. Driving the paint, and Kenneth Lofton Jr. gets around Wemby and throws it up and in, 31-26. Wemby fakes a three. We'll drop it off to Malachi. Malachi for three. Good Lord, it's three-point shot. It sucks. Wemby with the offensive board. Turnaround pull-up J by Wemby is good.
There you go.
And one. Pop shouldn't think of bringing Wemby in. Let him just play the second quarter. The hole? A rowing steam? What? A rowing stream? I'm not streaming rowing. Odin was... Yeah, he could have been good, Caps. Who was drafted after Greg Oden? Was it Kevin Durant? Wemby misses a free throw. Forget. I want to say Durant was drafted right after Oden. It was between Kevin Durant and Greg Oden for first overall pick back when that happened, and they went in opposite directions in their careers, obviously. That corner three is no good. Spurs ball. That was KD. Osman with pick and roll with Wemby. Drives in the paint. Throws up a layup and good. Cedi Osman having a good first quarter for the Spurs. And the Spurs need their bench to contribute. Bench play has been kind of up and down during this losing streak. Actually, the whole team's play has been up and down. Come on now. Grizzlies ball. Aldama fakes a three. We'll pass it out. That three-point attempt will be launched, and it is no good by David Roddy.
Zach G, there's nothing to argue about baseball. Both our teams suck.
Yeah. The Red Sox and Yankees were terrible this year, so there's not nothing to argue about. Trey Jones with the ball, drives in the paint, and ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock for the Spurs. You know, I don't cover baseball much on this. Actually, I don't cover baseball at all, but I would be up for covering a Yankees-Red Sox game if I'm not doing it alone.
Oh, so you just want me to argue with you the whole time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that sounds fun. Great for our relationship.
Yeah, well, and for everybody to see. Wemby with the ball. Wemby pull up jumper, in and out burger, B-town, right down.
William, how did you become a Spurs fan?
And the Spurs will take a 35-26 lead into quarter number 2, my friends. If you have not done so, please do hit the thumbs up. Fast, be fun, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel. If you don't know what it looks like, Pop's going to show you right now.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
Josh Rodriguez with the Ghost throws. Look, my beef with the Astros is not that they beat the Yankees. I can accept defeat, but the cheating here looked really bad. That kind of gave me the... I know they won a World Series legit last year, but the whole cheating thing is really rubbed me the wrong way. It's not from the Red Sox and Yankees suck. I was talking to my girlfriend, and Beantown Bobby, maybe you would agree with this, maybe you're not, but I feel like there was legit venom there. When the Red Sox finally won the World Series in 2004, which I'm sure you're happy with, and you would not trade that for anything, and of course the World Series after that, I feel like some of the rivalry died a little bit, because Red Sox fans just, it was the curse of the Bambino. There was Yankee fans being jerks, chanting 1918, all that. And then that went away. And I feel like while the rivalry's still there, the intensity lessened after that. Because now you guys you climbed the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't like we're still struggling. The Yankees are knocking us out of the playoffs. We did it now.
It took the sting out.
It took the sting out. You and Mrs. TSR covering Yankees versus Red Sox team would be golden.
I'm just not sure our relationship would survive.
Well, wow. Love the vote of confidence. Can I get a Chetty? I can give you a Go Spurs Go. Let me pull that up. Intentional. Hit that like or else. It did a lot of the bad. Yeah, Bobby agrees. A lot of the bad blood was gone after that. Don't feel bad. I'm a Spurs, Cowboys, Cubs, and Devils fan.
Ooh.
I mean, yes, Bobby, she is a Red Sox fan. So, I mean, everybody's got a flaw. That would be her biggest flaw.
Oh.
Just leave Bear with you.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's my baby.
I will say, if her mom let her bring her dog over here and forgot the dog here, I don't know. Her mom would be so upset. Toby in the chat. Whenever I see her name, her mom's dog's name is Toby. Do you guys see defense hand checking Wemby? They shouldn't be. Hand checking is not allowed in the NBA anymore and hasn't been in a long time. I don't know when it's taken out. Late 90s, early 2000s? That's been decades. Oh, Bobby.
Like Bobby.
He's a good dude. Thank you, Sebastian. We're starting out the second quarter. Mama's going to take a long three, and that is no good. The Spurs are up 35-26. The Spurs, I don't want to say this is a must-win game because, it's not. But I want the 7-game losing streak to end, like I'm sure many of you do. And also, this is a heavily depleted Grizzlies team as Jackson gets a layup in the paint. There's no excuses for not winning this game. I know the Spurs had a back-to-back, or they're on a back-to-back playing last night. They're a young team. Wemby for three. Okay, he's feeling it from three tonight. I just criticized him shooting 28% from the air, and now he's hitting all his threes. New Mexico Lobos. I don't know what the New Mexico Lobos are. New Mexico Lobos? Sebastian says, I know we're going to lose by less than 10. Don't say that.
I got this one.
Don't say that either. Don't be all penisy.
I got it, pick the juju. Even.
No, because that, Universal will just get mad at you for saying that. Wemby with another block. All right, Phil, I will show the game just for you, my friend.
Sucker!
You, your girlfriend, and Bobby should call a Red Sox-Yankees game.
I don't know if it's fair of us to gang up on you, babe.
Bobby, I know you're dating somebody. Is she a Yankees fan? Because that would make it perfect.
That would be funny.
That would make it perfect. Wemby with the ball, will bring it up for the Spurs. Wemby into the post, into the paint, pass it out to Champagnie. Champagnie thinks about the three, takes a three, and misses the three. Yeah, I'm not saying win until the game is over. I think too many leads get evaporated by our young team and the teams over the last few years. That three is blocked. Spurs ball. Wemby with the alley-oop. Come on!
Oh!
And that is a...
Dunk of justice.
Isabel, I'm glad your team's won.
I know you guys care about French sports, but TFC beat Liverpool for the first time in history. TFC. Jackson for three, good. TFC. I'm trying to think what TFC stands for. Something city? The something city? The first city? That's not right. Brandon with the runner of the paint, no good. He gets fouled, going to go to the line for two. I really don't know TFC. As a Red Sox fan and my ex being a Yankees fan, woo, the trash talking and intensity was crazy during those games. Or whoa. I know Billy yells, oh mama, Wembayama. She's more of a Patriots and Bruins fan, doesn't really baseball much. Okay. Is it Toulouse Football Club? Toulouse? I don't know who the Lobos are, Steven. Do you want me to pretend like I do? Wemby thinks about another three briefly, drives into the paint, passes it over to... Holy shoot, that's Dominic Barlow. I forgot. I was like, who is that?
I was trying to figure out who that was too.
I'm like, who is that? It's Dominic Barlow sighting tonight. These guys, we know the players, but when you don't see them days on end or weeks on end, or you don't see them much, you're like, wait, who's that? Because they're so rarely in the line. It was like Blake Wesley last night. I was looking, I'm like, who is that? I was like, wait, that's Blake. It's still Spurs ball. They'll get the ball into Dominic Barlow. Over to Wemby. Wemby's going to take a straight up three. Doesn't get it, but he's fouled. Going on the line for three shots. Spurs are going 73-9. We are so unused to winning at football. Oh, you must be one of those that thinks New Mexico is part of Mexico. I do not, Steven. I just don't know.
Live in Connecticut.
I live in Connecticut. I have no idea who you're talking about. I know New Mexico is not part of Mexico. New Mexico is in the United States. Mexico is not. Wemby at the line, first free throw is going to bounce around and good. Yes, Barlow is in the game. That's where Robert's planes are made. It's close to Bardu in Spain. Okay, make good mind. I've said this on the channel many times. I do not follow college sports. So if you're referencing a college team, I'm not going to know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Unless it's a big team. If you mention like UConn or UCLA or North Carolina, Duke, I know those teams. If you're talking about a team that hasn't won a championship recently, and I'm guessing they haven't, I don't know who you're talking about. When we made all three, 43-31. I have not been checking out Scoot Henderson this year. I have not. Rich, you better beat the Pats next weekend if you guys mess up our number 1 overall pick. I know we're playing for number 1 overall pick, aren't we? Although Carolina believes so worse. Honestly, Bobby, I don't think the Giants will win another game this year. And Wendy with another block.
Smile on his face.
I do know Auburn. New Mexico State beat Auburn today in football. Okay, so after you're talking about football, I don't follow college football at all. But yes, I do know Auburn, so that's huge. Okay. TSR is a closet Red Sox fan.
I would totally out him if he was.
Yeah, I'm not. You've been here long enough, Zach, to know that is not true. Grizzlies ball, shot clock expiring, and that pull-up three is going to rattle around the rim and go in for Gilliard. Good evening, Asia. Thank you for stopping in. Carolina's bad where the Bears have that pick, do they?
There you go. Nice three.
Champ Penny for 3, 46-34. They really are being talented. Good morning, Jorlene Chong. Thank you for stopping in. I know it's all good fun, Zach. You know I hate the Red Sox. There's very few teams I could say I dislike. Hate's a strong word. Dislike the Red Sox, the Patriots, any team LeBron is on, if I'm being honest. Wemby with the ball right now. Oh, it's knocked over from behind. That's going to be a foul. Wemby with a smile on his face. He does seem to know how to take falls at least, because that's one thing we've worried about a lot earlier in the season is, if he gets knocked down, he gets hit from behind and knocked over. That's actually kind of a dirty foul by Kenneth Lofton Jr. Suck it, Kenneth. I just nudged you. Yeah, but he's a beanpole. McDermott with the quick pull-up jumper. Good.
Oh, nice.
Slug McDermott with the two-pointer.
Even Bear liked that one.
TSR hates the Red Sox more than he hates the Eagles. Yes. Kidding aside, I dislike the Red Sox and the Patriots. I don't hate them. I respect both teams for what they've been able to do this century. The Pats were a joke for a lot of the 90s. And granted, a lot of that was with who their quarterback was. Doesn't matter. To get to, 9 Super Bowls is incredible. They've had some luck on their side. They should have lost that one probably against the Seahawks, but they made the... We're in a timeout, by the way, so I'm just going to yap about football, apparently. One of the worst play calls in the history of the NFL. Atlanta should have held... Sorry, Phil, I know you're in the chat. Atlanta should have held on to that game. And really, they could have very easily beaten my Giants. The Giants had some luck there. The pendulum swung sometimes in the direction, sometimes it swung against them, but still 9 appearances and 6-3. Not too shabby. I got scared of one. Yeah, I'm not as scared as much anymore. I used to get nervous, like in the summer league and preseason, but when he goes down now, he always pops up. He seems to be able to take falls well, and that's a good thing at that height. Hey, TSR. Hey, TSR. Dan Spurs usually take the lead. Hopefully, we usually take the lead and blow the leads, Bo, so hopefully that's not the case tonight. And yes, you are correct, TSR. Miss TSR. He usually has it with a smile. Derek Rose is playing. I'm happy Barlow's got some time. Sean Elliott, when Wemby falls, Wemby needs a parachute. I didn't hear that because I don't have the sound up. That's a good one. Jerry Gutierrez says the Browns have never lost a Super Bowl. I believe that's factually correct. They've also never been in one, but hey, all good. The Bears own the Panthers' first-round pick this year, but thanks to the deal that sent the number 1 pick to Carolina. Oh, I didn't realize the Bears own that pick. Look at that. I would trade 2 of our 6 Super Bowls to get that back, that perfect season. I know. We've talked about that. That one I'm sure stung. I mean, I don't know if we talked about it. Did you? I think you told me no, but I don't think you expected the Patriots to destroy the Giants in that game, right? Based on the fact that they played each other at the end of the season and Giants played them fairly well. If anything, I would think you're probably a little nervous about that game, especially with the Giants having the ability to rush 4 and get the quarterbacks, which the only way to stop Brady in that offense that year was to rush Tom Brady and make him like anybody else, make him human, make him have to hurry. I'm not worried about Wemby because he's very educated on stuff like phone. He is extremely flexible, and he's doing a lot of work on his body to make sure he stays that way. How would you feel LeBron taking a pay cut to play with Pop and his son? Don't want him. If it happened, if Bronny came here and LeBron came here, Of course, I would root for him. He's wearing the silver and black. I would root for him. I would probably be biting my lip while doing so. You would see blood every stream. But I would root for him because he's, a member of our team. Bane for 3. Good. Thought you guys were going to trouble. Yeah. That was a great game, Bobby. It was. I mean, yes, I was in the happier side of things, but I mean, it was back and forth. Both Super Bowls between those teams were good. As Brandon gets in the paint, throws it up off the glass, and the Spurs have hit David Robinson's number 50. Scuttlebutt says Bill Belichick is leaving the Pats this offseason. I wouldn't be surprised, Phil. He is old. We have
the guy whose coach is Pop.
True. Contra with a corner 3, no good. They try a long alley-oop to Wemby, and he misses the alley. Way too much oop. He actually got fouled on that, so he's going to go to the line again. Victor, I can't see your comment. It's buried by the comments after it. I'm sorry, man. Wemby can do split better than me, and I'm scared. Wemby can do the splits?
Oh, Victor Wembanyama said that on ESPN Fantasy Score Sheet, they have Barlow listed under unknown player.
Unknown player? Wemby at the line. First free throw. Butter. What's up, Victor Hernandez? Go Spurs, go to you. I'm not going to say the last part of that, but thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Wemby's against the line a lot tonight. Hey, gives him a little break. And they're easy points. He's a good free throw shooter. Blaming Brett Favre for the Patriots losing the 2007 Super Bowl. When the Giants defeated the Patriots in overtime to advance the Super Bowl, I was regularly concerned heading. I gotcha. Unknown is crazy.
That is.
The Barlow disrespect is real. Unknown player. ESPN's still disrespecting our San Antonio Spurs. Still to this day. Freaking ESPN. Grizzlies ball down by 15. And almost a turnover. Oh, that's a collision. I think Dougie might get called for a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, foul on Dougie. Ran into John Conchner. He's going to call for a foul on that. Rich, babe, is that your pretty girlfriend in the background? Yes, it is. I didn't see him do a split on the Twitters, Bobby. That's crazy. Who do you think has the best nickname in the NBA all time? Chocolate Thunder was a great nickname. Daryl Dawkins, who was known for breaking backboards in the late 70s. So I like Chocolate Thunder. Air Jordan is just classic. And his nickname is Air. And we're going to have a foul. I think it's going to be on San Antonio. Spurs are in the bonus, by the way. Unknown player is a perfect addition to the lineup featuring big hair guy and headband guy.
That is an excellent point.
Somebody's talking about my play calling if I don't know the guys. Coop, no, she's not ready to be on camera. And I have to respect that. The fact that she's at least willing to be here and talk to you guys is certainly, I'm not alone. Besides, where would Bane sit? My couch is a love seat. There's only room for 2. And we got 2 1/4 here already. We got me, Bane, and Grogu.
Bear and I are comfortable on the floor.
Yeah, he's actually good tonight. We're trying to get her dog used to when I'm set up with the light, it means you can't get to me. And I think he's starting to get that because this is the 3rd time he's been over during a game and he's not approached me at all. That being said, we have 2 free throws coming up for the Grizzlies, and the first one's no good.
Yeah, we're not even.
Derrick Rose at the line. Wemby, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. Wow. A lot of threes on that line. I'm a Giants fan for life, Victor Hernandez, as the Spurs. And the Giants have been, the last decade, except for, actually, that Super Bowl's not in the last decade's been rough. Sohan with the ball. Gets it to Champagne going back door, and he stepped out of bounds. How many games have the Spurs winning? Originally, I said 38. Militano, thank you for stopping in. I said 38 and 44. It's looking a little rough for that at this point in the season so far. Now, they could get their act together and start winning some games, but I originally said 38. Well, you can get a Selena gift. Of course you can.
When you're ready, come and get it.
Bane and Grogu are the most random guest hosts ever. It's perfect. Welcome to How My Mind Works. My girlfriend watched that toilet flushing video with the Giants, And she said she's worried about me. I thought it was funny. Selena's here. You just can't see her. She's off camera. What? Sohan with the ball after the missed free throw. Actually, most of the starters back in. Yeah, most of the starters back in. Zach Collins out the ball. Backs it up in the paint. Backs in the paint. Gets double teamed. Going to get fouled. We have 2 more free throws. Spurs are going to the line a lot tonight.
Listen, if that's where they can put it in the bucket.
Yeah. Lance, Dominic showed us a lot of good things in the preseason and summer league, so hopefully that translates well to the NBA regular season at some point this year. Good evening, Calvin. Happy Saturday. Wish I was in Vegas to witness the F1 Cluster F in person. F1 as in racing?
Yeah.
Was there a big crash or something?
The F1 racing is taking over like the whole city. Like a lot of people from Vegas are like leaving the city.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Collins at the line. I am very out of it with the news, which is why I didn't know about Auburn losing today. I didn't know about the Vegas thing. First free throw is good. Latino Lantern is in the chat. He drops a $2 super chat and says, I thought Barlow's playing with my Austin Spurs. No, he's been called up. 4 Spurs fouls since Wemby's been pulled out. Free throw is good. 54-39. 6:39 to go in the first half, my friends. What's up, Mark? I'm drunk, but if you ain't with me, against me, like, what? Well, good evening. Hopefully you're doing well. Spurs, 14 of 16 at the line. The Grizzlies are 7 of 9. I'm not a big fan of these games, though, with a lot of free throws. And now the Grizzlies are in the bonus, so these referees are blowing whistles on everything. Not a fan. Oh, more day miracle. There it is. Look, look, look. Ah, the greatest shot in Spurs history.
Aww.
That was the first year they won a championship, too. You know, if Sean doesn't make that shot, totally different. We have a technical on the Spurs. The free throw is good for the Grizz. There he is right there. And it's funny, when I met my girlfriend, who's shorter than me, go figure, guys, she was surprised at how tall I was. And I'm taller than a lot of my friends in my pictures, but one of my pictures, turnover by the Grizzlies, one of my pictures was me with Sean Elliott, so she thought maybe I was actually shorter. Doug McDermott for 3, no good. Of course, she doesn't know that Sean Elliott was 6'8", so a lot of people are going to look short next to Sean Elliott. Grizz ball, 54-40, both teams in the bonus. 6 minutes to go in the first half. And Biombo with the jumper in the paint, and Pop's going to call a timeout because they cut the lead to 12. Time to use a timeout. And Speedy Claxton was running point guard. Rothschild and Fabricio running center. Bonner hitting clutch threes. Gary Neal, one of the most underrated Spurs players. You're going. Yep. Bro, this lead is getting me Earth a high. Good evening. Why'd Kawhi lead the Spurs again? Well, because of this. They couldn't handle his laugh.
I love his laugh.
Yes, I can vouch. Rich is tall. Thank you, Bob. I am 6'4". We'll get 40-plus wins by this year. Okay, Doja. Man, after the Sean Memorial Day miracle, the Spurs athletes, yes. I remember watching, I'm sure, for those of you that were Spurs fans back then watching the game, that was just, what an insane moment. And to know the story accompanied by that shot, in hindsight, knowing he was having kidney problems, he needed a kidney transplant later that year with his brother, literally could have died that year. We could have lost Sean. And he hits a shot like that in the playoffs and had kidney trouble at that time. Just awesome. Lazy Jones, I used to be able to dunk. I don't know if I still can. I am 46, and while I enjoy dunking, it's not hard getting up in the air, but landing over and over again on pavement, which is where my basketball hoop is, that starts to take its toll a little bit. So honestly, I'm okay if I don't ever dunk again. I didn't start dunking until I was 37. I made it a personal goal at that point. I was like, you know what? I'm 6'4". I should be able to dunk. So I started at work. When I worked at Geico, started with like a tennis ball, and I moved up to a volleyball and eventually a basketball because I was determined to have that, know what it feels like to dunk a basketball. And after 8 years of being able to do it, while it's cool to be able to say I can do it, that's really the only point right now, is just to say that I can do it. I don't want to destroy my knees. I know people with knee issues. So I'd rather not join that club. I have a close friend also has knee issues. He's probably going to need both knees replaced at some point in the future.
Me too.
Probably you too. And I just, like, you know what? I'll still play basketball. I think I'd rather cycle and just do things that are going to beat up my body less as I get closer to 50, which is only 3.5 years away. Tennis ball dunks rock. Well, I'm sure I could still do that. I didn't know there was a new Aladdin movie. Spurs' biggest need right now. Fans may debate. I think some would probably say a legit starting point guard. I know a lot of fans are done with the Jeremy Sohan point guard experiment. Some may say that we need a legit center. I feel like we're a little cluster effed right now at the 2-3-4 because Wemby wants to play power forward. Sohan's naturally a power forward, and then you would think Keldon and Devin. Whoops, that's a play again. Keldon and Devin are locked up at the 2 and 3. If Jeremy ends up working out at point guard, then we would need I like Zach Collins. I don't think he's the center of our future. We need somebody much more defensive minded, somebody that's a much better rebounder. Somebody like, I don't know, maybe like a Jalen Duren would be fun. That's a miss for the Grizzlies. Spurs ball and Keldon slipping and sliding on the floor.
You're still salty about that one, huh, man?
I wanted Jalen Duren that year. I'm rooting for Jeremy. Jeremy gets the ball to Zach Collins, and Collins will throw it down with righteous authority with the
Thunder Dunk of Justice.
And you probably figured out when there's a dunk, if I pause, I'm showing the Thunder Dunk of Justice.
If he heard you.
Who did?
Collins.
Oh, he did. Yeah. He's like, I hear what you're saying. Take this. Collins with the ball again. Spurs up by 14. Drops it off to Jeremy. Jeremy going to get across court to McDermott, who's going to launch a quick three and swish. Kill the fish. Maria says we need a point guard with a lot of experience for Wemby. I mean, a pass first point guard wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Quick bucket for the Grizzlies. I didn't even see who made that. Melissa, good evening to you. The Spurs look locked in. They look good tonight, but I don't want to take away from our lead, but the Grizzlies are missing half their team. Or at least half their starting lineup, I believe. Normal. Aquaman's out. Morant's suspended. Smart's hurt. Keldon pull-up jumper good. Timeout. Grizzlies. Spurs are up by 17. Keldon mean mugging everybody for whatever reason. I do not want Kevin Durant. I was, Toby. Well, I was pointing at her. She does have bad knees. If Keldon keep that mid-range game going, get his three-point game back to around 40%. We're at a timeout again. Hey, TSR, what do you think the way they're utilizing Victor Wembanyama? I hate it. He's spending a lot of, at least so far, he spent a lot of time out on the perimeter and three-point land, launching threes. I like to see more lobs. I like to see more plays run where he's in the post. And if he gets double teamed, kick it out to somebody for hopefully an open three that gets made. Our three-point shooting, generally speaking, in the starting lineup is not good. Keldon's been inconsistent. Wemmy's been bad. Zach has been bad. Jeremy's actually shooting 40% right now from beyond the arc, which is a shocker. I believe Devin's shooting 45%. He ain't playing right now. The ball movement's been, I believe we're leading the assists in the league in assists per game right now, Bobby. The problem is we have 1 million turnovers and our defense is very porous.
It's the turnovers.
Yeah, the bad defense is not helping. Trey Jones is playing. Victor Wembanyama, Trey's in the game. You need to open your eyes while you're on the bench there, buddy, or in the game. He's out there with you. Yes, thank you for that, Isabel. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up. If you're not sure what it looks like this.
Go!
Imagine if Bear dressed like the Coyote.
Oh my god, I think we could do that. I'm gonna go online and look for a costume right now.
Actually, the energy is good for a back-to-back. I would agree. Energy is good tonight for the Spurs. They're up by 17. That pull-up jumper's going to bounce off the rim twice for Derrick Rose. Hopefully the Spurs are tired of getting their butts kicked, as Pops in a recent interview. Keldon with the ball right now, getting a little butterfinger at the ball, but he gets the ball back. You get over to Sohan, 10 on the shot clock, into Zach Collins. Collins drops off to Dougie McBuckets. Back to Zach, and a foul on the Grizzlies, which means 2 more free throws if that's the case. I have no idea what Lemmy's stats are, Jacob. I wish Rossell was here too. Starfish, good evening to you.
That is not a costume that exists.
There's no coyote costume for dogs?
No.
Oh.
That's a bummer.
All good, Vic. All good. Wemby had 0 turnovers for the night. That's awesome. What is He's got double-digit points. Last I knew, he had 13 points. Yes, Jeremy's shooting 40% from beyond the arc right now. Who made that man a point guard? Greg Popovich. Technical on the Grizz, and the free throw by Trey Jones was no good. Bench points, 11 for the Grizzlies, and the Spurs 22. And I said a key to us keeping that lead is the bench has to play strong tonight, and they are so far. We're going to have 2 free throws coming up for Zach Collins. Spurs are up by 17. Collins' first free throw is going to bounce around a couple times, and then my stream just jumped ahead 3 seconds, and it was good. That was awkward. Wow, TV's acting a little weird, huh? The second free throw is good. Hopefully that doesn't continue. It's going to be hard to call the game like this. 63-44. And Collins with a block out of bounds. And it's going to be Grizzlies ball. All right, I need to back out of this and go back in. Watch live. Just refresh. There we go. Hopefully that's okay. The puppy ball?
Oh, during the Super Bowl?
No, I don't care.
My dog and my mom's dog love the puppy bowl.
Thank you, Bobby. I'll be watching none of it. Really, really don't care. First free throws, no. Wow, I don't know what's happening with NBA Pass tonight. It is really on some trouble. Now, we do have 3 devices streaming off my internet, but that shouldn't be a problem considering I have 500.
I can turn mine off if we need to.
That shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, there.
There we go. It's fine now. I just backed down, went back in. Jack's Query, good evening. Comcast sucked. No, Comcast, like I'm wireless right now on my computer, which I couldn't do with Comcast. He missed both free throws. Spurs ball. Comcast, I had 100 download, which is fine. My upload was only 5. And I need good upload for streaming. So now I have 500. I'm wireless. I rarely have an issue. Trey Jones with the ball right now. Out to Kelvin Johnson. Johnson fakes a 3, takes off in the paint. Back to Trey. Trey is open for 3, doesn't take the shot. Now he takes the shot. And he missed the shot. Trey, not known for his 3-point shooting. He's been better this year, but still a little rough from beyond the arc. That 3 down the other end is going to be no good by David Roddy. Now the dog's trying to come visit me, but he's going to get blocked. He's going to get C blocked, if you know what I'm saying. He's going to D block, dog blocked. And we're going to have an offensive foul, I think, on the Spurs. Latino Layer with a $2 super chat says Collins is our center if he plays like yesterday. Well, that's a fact. He was fantastic yesterday, Latino Lantern.
No.
No, buddy. It's all right. Can't come over.
Nope.
Our dog is trying really hard to come visit me right now. And very confused. But we got to get him used to when I'm set up like this. TSR is working. And it's Grizzlies ball. Down by 19, 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. A crazy looking layup by Bane goes in. Collins was great. Yeah, Collins with a proper headman yesterday. Oh no, the dog. The thing is, he'll knock over my light. Maybe something on the computer. I got my microphone here, the camera. There's just too many things that can fall over very easily.
And he has no sense of where his body parts are.
Collins gets rejected. And the paint. Grizzlies ball. Yeah, he's a 70-pound dog, so if he could easily just start knocking everything over. A pull-up 3 is going to be good by Aldama. Timeout pop. 63-49. Jared says hi. Back down to 14. That's okay, though. It's a game of runs. They were going to have a run. Masagua. Victor Wamiel says, like 6 of our players can't legally drink yet. Actually, you're right. My cat is an a-hole and chews on my mic cord all the time.
He said Bobby.
Yeah. Wow. Just like TSR, knocking down stuff and blaming Bear. I admit it when I knock down stuff. For those of you that have been here long enough, since we're in a timeout, for anybody that's kind of newer to the channel, when I used to call, when I used to not have the towel like this, I used to have 2 towels. I used to have the Spurs and Giants towel when I used to call Giants games. Maybe I'll call Giants games again someday, maybe not, who knows. I don't really like calling football. I'd rather watch it with family or just do stuff while the game's on. But I had a mini Eli Manning, and I had him wedged in between my couch right here. And I would be calling the games, and I would move around, and that thing would just fly out of this little, space here, and it would hit me on the shoulder, and I would forget that it was there, and it would make me jump every single time. Because I'm focused on the game, I'm talking to the chat, and next thing you know, something's hitting me. And another thing that's annoying is the game clock in the NFL. That is a BI to the TCH to keep in sync with the TV, because there's so many stoppages of play, so many stoppages of the clock. Sometimes they don't have the clock on screen and it's stopped or it's running and you have no idea. The NBA game clock is up there usually 100% of the time, and there's much less stoppages unless there's a million fouls like this game. It's going to be Spurs ball. See if we can get going on this lead again. Wemby's checked back in. Calvin looking to get the ball. Wemby can't. Could have get the Collins for 3 instead. Off the rim, no good. Almost got knocked back in by the Grizzlies. Yes, stay off the perimeter. Thank you, Mike. Wemby 13-4-3. Cowboys games, Well, Victor Hernandez, I live in Connecticut, so the Cowboys are not on every week. But also the Giants cause some troubles because the Giants sometimes are on CBS in my area. And if the Patriots are on CBS, the Giants game will always get bumped for the Patriots game. So there's been about 2 or 3 games this year that haven't been shown already. The Giants sucking is probably not helping that. So that's why I can't commit to calling Giants games, because they're not always on. I'd say 80 to 90% of their games are televised in New England where I live, but a lot of games aren't. Soccer clock is the easiest surge. Oh, when I was calling the United States Women's National Team, I did love that clock. I literally just go and let it be. Rich, bring back one. Real Men of Genius or Bud Bowl commercial? I could go for a Bud Bowl. Whoa, Jarvis! What the hell is that? Wemby needs to tear his ACL. Well, that's some hate right there. Why would you wish that on anybody? Zach Collins at the line for 2. First free throws, in and out burger. Yeah, that's going to get you timed out. Comments like that on this channel. Spurs fans are not going to appreciate that. Admittedly, I don't appreciate that. I mean, I've openly said on this channel I'm not a fan of LeBron or Kevin Durant with their super team jump hopping, but I'm not wishing injury on either guy. I might root for them to lose in a game, but I want them to lose because they played bad, not because they got injured. Or maybe LeBron flopped too hard and he got a technical. I don't know. LaFloppy. Ooh, nice drive to the hoop, and Zaire Williams throws it down with vicious authority. Vassell's our worst nightmare. He is... I'm not going to lie, he's worrying me a little bit with the injuries again this year. He really is. He's missed 3 games. Wemby out 3-point land. Over to Brandon. Brandon looking to get it to Collins in the post. Collins going to immediately get double teamed. Get tied up around a jump ball. Jesus Shuttleworth gets timed out immediately. What did he say? Wemby needs to get his ASS kicked. What is happening tonight? We're getting some actual Wemby trolls in here. Oh, no, he said Wemby needs to tear his... Oh, he said it again. Wemby needs to tear his ACL. Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh. Miguel Shuttleworth? What? Oh, it's the same people.
Yeah.
Different account. Just keep timing them out, guys. I mean, look, I'm all for fun trolling, but wishing injury on a player, on any player, Spur or not Spur, not cool. Just wrench gang, people at a time out. Well, Wemby gets knocked down on the shot. Spurs get the offensive ball. Sohan with the ball, drives to the paint, layup, good.
Nice.
Spurs up 66-51. Troll gonna troll, that's true. I'd give Troll the boot. Yeah, give him the boot. I'd say a long 3 by Bane. Wemby with the rebound. I don't like that shot by Bane. I know they're 2 for 1, but that was a little not good. Just call it like I see it. So in with the ball, he's going to immediately get fouled. And that's going to be 2 free throws for this first. Floppy, I could say something, but I'm going to just leave it alone. There's a lot of Shuttleworths. That's a big family. Don Allen, good evening. Don, I believe you were the one that sent me that Ginobili jersey. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Rich Babe, is Miss TSR cooking Thanksgiving next week? I don't think Miss TSR may be cooking anything next week.
No, I'll still be out of it.
Yeah. She's doing an experimental drug next week for the betterment of the country.
I'm having knee surgery on Tuesday, so
She's got the bad knee. So Thanksgiving's up in the air for me. I'll either go over to her house or, I'm sorry to say, her mom's house with them and family, or I might be with my aunt and uncle. If they invite me up, I feel like I need to, be there. Or if I can make both, great. That long three is no good by Aldama. Ball three after the rebound is no good by David Roddy, and that's going to be the half. It's just no. She took me serious for a second. She asked if you're a scientist. Oh, I love the jersey, Don. It's awesome. I mean, this just came together perfectly. I think this looks great the way it is right now. Yes, we'll add Parker to that, which means we might have to, I don't know what we'll do to get him in there. We'll have to wedge him in.
Jared and Jax, thank you.
Oh, wishing luck. Oh, good luck. Unfortunately, this is not her first time having that type of surgery, so she at least knows what to expect. Tacos and tamales for Thanksgiving here. Nice.
Ooh,
I love Mexican food. Hey guys, sorry about the rest of my family. They are a bunch of trolls, but I'm actually San Antonio fans. Angel Shuttleworth. All right, Angel. We'll take you at your word for that. I'll be watching corgi racing? No. Say bye to Johnson, maybe? What would I do with my Johnson, though? Where would I stick it? Well, I guess Angel was okay for a moment. Knee surgery sucks. I've been there. I know, yeah, knee surgery, Bobby. Halftime stats. Let's get some halftime stats up. Or not up. I don't have a way of putting them up. But let me at least pull them up. Halftime stats for you. Halftime stats for me. What? Are you reading the chat?
Yeah.
Box score! All right, we'll talk about the opponents first. The Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson with 10. Bayambo with 6. Contra with 0. He hasn't scored yet. Bain with 16. Bain really stepping up tonight, being on the thumbnail and co-host. Gilliard with only 3 off the bench for the Grizzlies. Aldama with 8. Williams with 3. Lofton with 2. Roddy with 0. And Derrick Rose with 3. Didn't think Derrick Rose was playing tonight and didn't realize he was out there initially when he made his first shot. For our San Antonio Spurs, Zach Collins only 1 of 3 from the field, but 7 of 8 from the line. So really feasting at the line tonight, as are a lot of our guys. He's got 9 points. Champagny with 6. Jeremy Sohan with 9. Keldon Johnson with 9. Keldon hasn't missed from the floor yet. Of course, he's going to next time he shoots, because I said that. 4-4 from the night. Victor Wembanyama with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 block, and no turnovers. And 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. This is easily, at least at this point, his most efficient game as a San Antonio Spur. Hopefully he can keep it up. Pop going deep on the bench. He's gone 7 deep on the bench. Mamu with 5. Barlow with 0. McDermott with 5. Osman really catching fire off the bench with 10 points. Bassie and Jones with 0. And Branham with 2. Branham struggling from the field again. 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. 1 of 4 overall. Trey Jones didn't make the needle moving in his first game back from an injury. 0 for 2 from the field. 0 for 1 from the line. 10 minutes. 1 assist. 1 turnover. And that's it. Hopefully Trey can shake off some of that rust in the second half and help us get a much-needed Spurs victory, as I'm sure many of you, like myself, are tired of this losing streak, and expectations are probably that we're going to be a lottery team again, but I don't like losses like this. Phil said any Shuttlesworth is getting an automatic timeout. That's fair. Mildred Wemby is in the locker room at halftime. I know, he didn't have a vlog issue. It's crazy. Joy, you're curious. Thank you for stopping in. Hit that button for Richie Rich. Appreciate it. What is this halftime show? Geez, Steven. They got the pedo halftime I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'll say Milwaukee versus Boston on Wednesday. That should be a game, Mike.
Jared, I saw that comment. Thank you.
Jared, go to Shuttler channel. It's a fake you. Is that where the fake Jared Williams is? Because there's a fake Jared Williams. I know. I get it, Steven. I get it. Levine for Vassell. Ooh. They want to trade your boy. Somebody does.
No.
Connor McLeod. Connor wants to trade Devin Vassell for Zach Levine. It's halftime, Mildred. That's why he's in the locker room. He said, "Where is he?" Didn't you ask where is Wemby? I thought you asked me where's Wemby. Where Wemby? He's in the locker room. It's halftime. What would be the ideal lead for a win tonight, in your opinion? The ideal lead? Like when we finish by? I mean, I'd be happy with anything over 10. Ideal lead going in the fourth quarter would be over by 10 because we've given up way too many leads late in the game. Way too many leads. By the way, you're so fine tonight.
I agree.
Bo, thanks. Miss TSR, please take care of Rich. He's very special to us. AJ.
I do my best.
They do, Bobby. I love the background. Spurs having a lead does not make me happy. It scares me. That's fair. What secret government job do you work that you two can't come to San Antonio? What? I've been to San Antonio, Don. And she already said when I go with me that she would come with me too.
I was there in 2019. I had a blast.
Yeah, she was there in 2019. What do you want to trade that Ion on the court? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I agree, Mike. I do. So we go to kids high school to hopefully legal. They're playing Blue Monday. The song by Orgy, How Does It Feel? They're a one-hit wonder. That's not even their song. That was a cover. Oh, why can't I move here? Oh, I work for the state of Connecticut, Don. I can't. There's no way I could. I mean, I work from home, but I have to be able to go into the office. And I can't go into the office living in Texas. That's just impossible. Third quarter collapse, still possible. Muhammad, I hope not. Omar Ghanoush, let me getting a lot of hit a lot tonight. He is. I'm playing over here that the Lofton guy doesn't hurt him. Yeah, yeah. Vassell $30 million per year and Levine makes $40 million per year. The salary matches perfectly. Almost. Geo 777. Yes, the Spurs are winning. You know, let me get a Go Spurs go up here for us. We haven't had one in a while. And if you ain't down with the San Antonio Spurs, we got 2 words for you. Tony Morris. Zach for picks and Barlow and Blake. I'd probably be more on board for that. I love the old man with chairs. What do I do for the state? I can't say anymore, Don. It's secret. I've been promoted, and now it's secret. Shh, don't tell. Alele Spurs. I've got a secret. It's in my bush. Shh, don't tell. What's an Adam Sandler song? Whatever. The refs are on call fouls right now, Mojave. That's what I don't like. Winning this one because our next 2 games are against, yes, they are against the Clippers. And they finally won their first game since the Harden trade, but I don't like those 2 games against the Clippers. Hey, Rich, worst movie, Howard the Duck or Garbage Pail Kids? Ooh.
That is a tough call right there.
You know, they're both bad. I haven't seen Garbage Pail Kids in a long time, so I don't remember how bad that was. Howard the Duck is just weird now because as an adult, I recently saw some of it, and there's certainly implied ducky sex between him and Leah Thompson, and I don't like that either. You know what was really awkward? We were talking about this last night. We watched an old episode of Family Feud with Richard Dawson.
Oh, so cringe.
He was kissing all the women, which I remembered. I did not remember it was on the lips. And one of them was
girls.
One of them was 14.
Female.
Any female. He kissed a 14-year-old on the lips, which that's all I'm gonna say on that.
So cringe.
But I don't think I can watch Family Feud anymore. Like old school Richard Dawson. I just watching. I didn't realize like this is so weird, and especially nowadays you definitely cannot do that. But this is awkward. Yes, Don, it was. I am stuck. I do love stuck in the 80s movies. I'm not gonna lie. Or I do love 80s movies. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Hellraiser, Rambo. I know Rocky started in the 70s, but Rocky 3 and 4 were both from the 80s. My favorite wrestling era, even though I love The Rock and Austin and D-Generation X, still 80s wrestling with Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Demolition, Roddy Piper. One of the greatest movies, some of the greatest movies ever made were made in the 80s, like They Live, Major League, and Spaceballs. She liked They Live.
I loved it. And Spaceballs and Major League have long been two of my favorite movies.
I don't know how we beat the Suns twice, Jared. I really don't know.
We were just talking about that.
That movie must have quacked you guys up. Hey, Rich, my Cowboys suck. What should I do to get over it? Just keep saying this is our year to yourself. Rich, move to San Antonio, use a VPN to appear in Connecticut, and just tell them you're sick every time they call in the office. I don't think that would work. I can see you, Jared. You know it's torturing to watch? Nebraska and Wisconsin both 5-5 playing against each other. It's a power struggle of we think we're good, but we're not good enough, but we're good. Jared, I'm not ignoring you.
You know, it just took a while to get to the quack to up comment.
I said to quack you up, though. I was a little behind on comments. Am I going to watch the Iron Claw next month? Albert, I don't know what that is. The Iron Claw? Is that a nickname for for a basketball player? I know Kawhi was the Claw. They Live is great. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick A.
Oh, so funny.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. You know, I used the line that made you laugh recently.
Which one?
I was talking to a coworker, and he asked me what to do, and I was like, well, I'm not familiar with the situation. He's like, what, you don't know? And I said, well, when you come up with some kind of master plan, you let me know, huh? Oh, good, Jared. Good evening, Grega. Would you rather have Ben Simmons, James Harden, or Joel Embiid? Out of those three? Commando, Equalizer 2000, best. I've seen Commando. I've not seen Equalizer 2000. I loved wrestlers as actors back in the day. But they were making bad movies. Piper and Hogan were making bad movies. Not like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, although really I think he's overrated as an actor. While he's had a lot of success, he's usually jumping into somebody else's franchise to get that success. G.I. Joe, obviously Fast and Furious is a big one. I mean, has he had a big movie?
Didn't we watch a wrestler in a bad movie today?
We did watch a wrestler in a bad movie today. We watched a movie called Money Plane. It was awful, starring Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, also Kelsey Grammer, Joey, Lawrence,
Denise Richards?
Denise Richards. She's not looking good these days. She looked like she's had some plastic surgery. I hate to say it. She did not look good. Somebody else was in that too. Wasn't there one more like Tasman?
I don't know. I'm a little scarred by watching it.
It was called Money Plane. It was absolutely awful. It was not good. It wasn't even so bad it's good. It was just bad. It was just bad. There was really nothing good about the movie at all. I at least like some bad movies they'll make you laugh for how bad they are. Like we saw The Barbarians this year. She had seen it before. I'd never seen it before. The Paul brothers from the 80s. I'd seen the movie poster a million times or movie VHS cover. Never saw it. Finally saw it this year, and that is horrible. But it's so bad it's good. Nacho! Steve Harvey is funny with Family Feud. I would agree, Jared. Absolutely. Fitzvon, Eric Ironclaw. Batman, yes, Bane is helping for the win. Have you gone to San Antonio to try the tacos or churros? Well, I don't eat meat, Beavis, so I didn't have tacos.
Churros are one of my favorite things in the whole world.
I don't know if I had a churro when I was out in San Antonio last December. I really don't know. I have not seen Grunt the wrestling movie. John Cena the Marine was cool.
That movie.
I've seen some John Cena movies. But again, I like the ones that are so bad they're good. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin's what's it called? The Condemned. Like I thought that was fun. Or Kane and See No Evil. Like just garbage like that. You wouldn't watch See No Evil. Now, she doesn't like horror movies, Solid 77, but Rawhead Rex is amazing. Amazingly bad. Now, actually, maybe you would watch that because the special effects are so bad.
You think?
It's gory, but he looks ridiculous.
Hey, babe, you haven't been to the Riverwalk in San Antonio, have you?
I have.
You have?
I don't think I didn't watch the whole thing. Of course,
I walked a lot.
of course, of all the NBA highlights at halftime, the only Spurs appearance was Malik Monk dunking on Zach from last night. Predator, up and down series. Predator 1 is one of the greatest testosterone-filled movies ever made, easily. Just one of the greatest action movies with an incredibly, just a crazy costume for its villain.
Andre the Giant and Princess Bride is classic.
That's true. Predator 2 I thought was okay. Alien versus Predator, okay. Turnover by the Spurs to start off the second half. And a layup by Contra. I think that's his first bucket. Alien vs. Predator Requiem is terrible. You can't even see what's happening in that movie.
Victor Hernandez would like to know why you are a Spurs fan.
I am a Spurs fan because of David Robinson. Wemby for 3, no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Now an alley-oop to Wemby, and then Wemby throws it down with the...
Dunk of Justice.
Beautiful alley-oop to Wendy. So Wendy. So how I became a Spurs fan is a little weird. Jaren Jackson jumping in the paint, good. I started getting into basketball, and my decision to learn about basketball was decision I made to learn about basketball was through basketball cards. I remember going to the drugstore. I think it was a Rite Aid, seeing 90-91 hoops basketball cards, and David Robinson was on the box. So I figured Champagne for 3, no good. I figured I'd buy those and try it. My clock's not running. Try to get a David Robinson card. And got one and started following him. I feel like, my timing's all messed up because I feel like I became a Spurs fan because of that David Robinson basketball card, but then I remember the Rod Strickland bad pass behind his head to Sean Elliott that cost him that game against Portland, which happened during his rookie year. So, I don't know. Robinson's what made me a Spurs fan. There's no doubt about that, as we have a foul in San Antonio. My clock's a little off. I'll get that fixed. I feel like my timeline's messed up somewhere because I remember that play like it was yesterday. And that happened during Robinson's rookie year. Unless the basketball card came out with his final season stats on it, but before the playoffs somehow. Because when I grabbed the card, it had it. I think it had his first season stats on it. In 2020, the Entertainer made it. Oh, gosh. I don't have any Wemby rookie cards, JBG. I don't buy basketball cards anymore, so I probably won't get a Wemby basketball card. I don't have any Kelman rookie. I don't think I have Kelman, Devin, Wemby. I have none of them. I just don't. I'm all in on comic books when it comes to collectibles. Kelman free throw line jumper, no good. That's his first miss of the game. And it's Grizzlies ball down by 14. Gumby. I'm Gumby. Not Gum. I'm Gumby, damn it. I'm talking about Eddie Murphy as Gumby. And now found the Spurs again. So, and a channel that heavily influenced me back in the day was a channel called The Entertainer Talking Sports. And I was calling a game, and for whatever, I think I said Tanner with a free throw. I don't know why. I just mentioned him. Yes, Admiral's definitely what made it. My timeline's probably screwed up because this is over 30 years ago. But I know David's the reason I became a Spurs fan. And I feel like they're discovering him through the Beckett Basketball Card Monthly or through basketball cards. But I remember the Rod Strickland pass in May 1990. So I know I became a Spurs fan in 1990. The exact timing, I don't know. Jackson for 3, no good. That ball's going to get Sky in the air and a tip by Biyombo. And it's a 12-point game. I need to focus on this game. Leonardo. The Grizzlies are slowly coming back. Wemby with the ball. Get to the Kellen. Kellen's going to drive. Out to Collins. Wide open for 3. And he will miss the 3. Wemby with the offensive board. Out to Kellen. Kellen's going to launch a 3. And he will miss the 3 as well. The Grizzlies will get the rebound. We should have 6 rings if not for stupid Ray Allen.
Hey.
Grizzlies ball missing an offensive board. 10 on the shot clock now. Biombo with the ball again. Fighting against Collins and Wemby. Throws it up over both. And missed a shot. Wemby with the rebound. Get it up to Kelvin. 9 minutes to go. Spurs up 70-58. Kelvin tries to pass over to Champagne. It's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Spurs ball. Gumby and Pokey. Yes, the blockhead guys. Oh, it was against the Knicks. The Spurs game. The chat was talking about the entertainer. Okay. That's probably why I mentioned him. Good memory, Zach. I had a feeling it had to be a Knicks game if I was mentioning him. Wemby turnaround jumper is off the back iron. No good. Rebound will fall into the hands of Zach Collins. It is Spurs ball with 12 on the shot clock. Kelvin going to launch another 3.
Oh,
there we go.
There you go.
There we go, Kelvin. Way too many whistles.
Leonardo with a vote for Back to the Future is the best 80s movie.
It's up there. Definitely in my top 10 80s movies. Lucas, good evening. Okay, that's what's happening, Lucas. Okay. Thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you're doing well. Bucket for the Grizzlies. I was looking at the chat. Spurs up 73-60. Right near in the next timeout, I'll talk about my favorite 80s movies of all time. Sohan with the ball. Going to drive. Throw up the layup. Good. Jared just got an ad. Thank you for the 1/10 of a penny or whatever it is I get off that. And Wendy with another block. Four blocks for Wemby tonight. Die Hard is the best 80s movie. I love Die Hard, but I don't. It's not one of my personal favorites from the 80s. Probably make my top 10. If I'm thinking 80s, Wemby with 15 points and 4 blocks.
Top 10 is about 20 long at this point, babe.
I love Spaceballs. Major League Ball from the 80s. But if I'm going like... Spaceballs is an absolutely hilarious movie, but if I'm going for funny and quality, Wemby baseline jumper is no good. Ghostbusters is going to be up there for me. What a phenomenal cast. And Rick Moranis again, by the way. Bane with the ball, gets Sohan way off his feet. The jumper on the paint is going to be good. 75-62, and now a timeout by Pop. Empire Strikes Back would be up there. That's my favorite Star Wars movie. And the 80s got, you guys know I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Freddy Krueger fan, so Nightmare on Elm Street would be on that list. I don't know if I could condense it to 20. Terminator. Predator. What a great decade for just the Thing remake, the Fly remake, the Lost Boys, if you're looking for, corny horror, They Live, Little Giants or Goonies, depends what year, or I would pick Goonies over Little Giants.
Oh, that's funny. I would pick Little Giants over Goonies.
Days of Thunder. The Wraith. I haven't seen that, Roy. That's the one with Charlie Sheen, right? I haven't seen it. My wife's favorite is Labyrinth. I think that was supposed to be Labyrinth. Labyrinth. This guy knows Gumby's sexual preferences from it. What? Why can't YouTube Premium be free?
Premium.
Yes, for in the moment. Welcome to Prime Time. You've got the body. I've got the brain. I haven't heard my Freddy laugh. Freddy Krueger. I'll kill you slow. I love the Nightmare on Elm Street. May the Schwartz. Wait, let's do this right. May the Schwartz be with you. Adorable. Oh. The Lost Boys, yep. We're in a timeout, so I'll just say, cry, little sister, thou shalt not fall. Wait, we're in a timeout. I could talk movies all days with you guys. The Blob remake, RoboCop. I noticed you don't get Victor the ball when he has mismatched top of the key or in the dunker spot, so he goes outside to get it, which leads to shooting too many threes. Yes! OC, you're not the first person to mention that. A lot of Spurs fans have said he's not getting the ball sometimes when he has a mismatch. Oh, I think he meant happy, Steven. Happy. Rich, the combination is 1-3-X-3-4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There you go. I was gonna say it's not. That's not
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the same combination of my matched luggage. I agree, OC. I got YouTube. I got YouTube wants to add 20. You heard YouTube wants to add 20 ads per 30 minutes. 20 ads per 30 minutes? That can't be right, Zach. That's way too many. Little Shop of Horrors.
Ghostbusters.
I said Ghostbusters.
I love Ghostbusters.
You didn't even respond to it. You are like oblivious to it. I've got some Spurs rookie cards. I get. Wow. Do you really? I mean, if you have extras, none. I mean, I'll never say no to any type of Spurs anything from you guys. PO box is in the description. It's on the about. I'll never ask for donations to the channel, but if you guys say I'll send you a Spurs thing, I mean, because that's appreciated on a different level.
I'll vouch for how much he loves all of his Spurs things.
They're on display
everywhere.
The Spurs bobblehead you guys sent me over there. The jerseys are obviously on the wall. And I don't have access to a lot of Spurs stuff living in Connecticut unless I just buy it online. I mean, like the bobblehead they give out from the games that you guys have graciously given, sent this way. I can't get those at the games. I got the David Robinson bobblehead because I went there. But also, I don't want, to take away from folks. I've talked to my girlfriend about it. Well, I don't like sponsorships or Patreon. If somebody says, hey, I want to send you something, I think it would be rude to say no. Because that means, hey, I know this would mean a lot to you. I have it. I want to help, I don't know. It's always a weird, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'll call the game. How's that? So into the paint. Layup is no good. Nice move, but couldn't quite finish. It is Grizzlies ball down by 15, 77-62. And we're going to have a drive to the hoop. And in traffic, the layup is no good by Aldama. But the putback is good. 77-64. A little over 6 minutes to go. Sohan with the ball. Our point guard of the future, Spurs fans. Hopefully. I'm rooting for him. Keldon get the ball over to Zach. Back to Keldon. He's open for three. He'll take the three. He will make the three. Keldon's three-point shooting been a little better lately. Keep it going, Keldon. Keep it going. Pretty Woman is scary? The Julia Roberts movie? Keldon 3 of 4 from beyond the arc tonight. Spurs back up by 16. Now 3 down the other end. That is good. That was by Concher. 80-67. 13-point game. Keldon out 3-point land again. Over to Champagny. Cross court to Sohan. He's going to launch a three. Very Sohan for three. I should get Ferris Spurs jersey. Barbie is a scary movie? What are you all talking about? Naked Gun's a great one.
Maybe I'll get Ferris a jersey after I get myself one. 3
by Bane is no good. 3. Sohan has been improving his 3, Adrian. He really has. Yes, Small Tang, the Thunder 3 of justice. Sorry, Victor. I like to enjoy speaking with the chat, too. That's just my personality. But I am focused on the game. I am calling the buckets, obviously, and the scoreboard's accurate. Wemmy 3 rebounds away from a double-double. Nice, Roy. I get the reference. I don't know what my top movie of the 80s would be. I'd have to think about it. Spurs with 4 fouls this quarter. The Grizzlies only with 1. Hopefully the referees can just kind of swallow their whistles the rest of the game. Sohan gets off his feet, and Bane really pump faking Sohan tonight. That's a miss by Aldama. Spurs ball. Osman will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it to Keldon. Keldon's going to drive in the paint. Almost loses the ball. Back out to Osman. And now the ball's poked out. Nice hustle by Brandon. We get the loose ball. 12 on the shot clock. Spurs have plenty of time to get a good shot down here. Sohan's going to drive baseline. Rolls the ball to Brandon. Brandon's now open for 3. Oh, brick. Man, Brandon's 3-point shooting is terrible this year. I think he's over 3 tonight. And like 29% for the year. His 3-point shot sucks. And now a missed 3 down the other by Concher. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Malachi 3-point shooting. Keldon going to drive in the paint. Gets a layup and one. Playmaker Guido, good evening to you. I have not, Jared, but that's a tough injury. I'm surprised Devontae Graham is not playing at all, Toby, with our need for a point guard. I think Trey Jones is back, so maybe that's why he's not playing. Some people want Keldon off the bench. He would be a spark plug. I'm sticking with Tom regardless. Nice, Adrian. And that is an and one for Keldon. Keldon rocking the headband. Free throw is no good. Well, can't win them all. So, and none. More like it. Hey, smoke them if you got them, Spurs fans. Got a drive in the paint, and we have an and one opportunity down the other one for Aldama as the Memphis Grizzlies just 69 to our San Antonio Spurs. Trey Jones is in. Adding a Keldon flex clip to my... I'm all out of room for stuff. The last one I have on here, I would have to delete this, and I don't think you guys want me to, or maybe you do. But I'm out of room for... I'm out of room for the videos now. 3-point play converted. McDormand, there it is. Santi Aldama with 13 points on the night and 6 boards off the bench. Spurs ball. Trey Jones has checked in, out in 3-point land. Gets it over to Osman. Osman pick and roll with Mamu. Back out to Trey Jones. 5 on the shot clock. Back out to Osman for 3. Long 3 is no good. A fight for the board. And Aldama will come down with it. I mean, Mamu's got a lot of fans like the way Mamu's his energy on the floor, which is something that we've lacked at times this year. Nice 3 by Williams. 85-73. Devin for point guard? Quiet the free agent next year? No. Maybe 40-45 million. No thanks. Osman for 3. There we go. Spurs back up by 15. Which one are we talking about in particular, Lazy Jones? We do need the energy. And a foul on the Spurs, and the Grizzlies are on the bonus. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up. Yes, Wemby with 4 blocks tonight. Could easily get to 5 or 6 before this game is done. We are losing it in the third quarter again slowly. I mean, we're up by 15. If we leave the third quarter double-digit lead, I will be happy with that. By the way, my friends, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. I'd like to get to 150 at a minimum tonight, so only you can prevent forest fires and also help us get to 150 thumbs up. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! 88-74. You'll finish with 6 blocks? I'll take it. Mike Smith, that's the movie Prey. I liked it. There were some things I didn't like about it, but overall I thought it was pretty good. Second free throw. Just connected tonight. Selena Gomez looks less attractive than usual. Nice. But she looks jacked. All right, jumper in the paint's good. Spurs up 90-75. 3 minutes remaining. Bring home the Whataburger, my friends. Bring home the Whataburger. It is Grizzlies ball, 14 on the shot clock. Williams running around with the ball. We'll pass it into Bimbiamo. And his little touch off the glass is good for Bismack, a big Yumbo. 90-77. Spurs ball. Mamu's going to drive. Drives by the entire Grizzlies defense. Throws up the layup. Cannot get the layup. Nice move. A for effort. F for execution because the ball ain't going. It was actually a nice move. Just couldn't get the drop. That pull-up jumper is good. Williams with the jumper. I've been saying his name a few times tonight. Or a few times this third quarter. The lead is slowly shrinking. Somebody said that in the chat. I don't know if he jinked us, but it's only an 11-point lead right now for the Spurs. Keldon off the pick and roll, drives in the paint, loses the ball, and blocking foul? Blocking foul on the Grizzlies. Caleb Williams didn't speak to the media today, and people are freaking out. Okie dokie. The high points, Osman, I think, has like 10 or 13, Lewis. I think he might have 13. If this was a good team, we'd be down by 17. Ouch. Come on now. Probably right. Spurs are still trying to figure it out. And it's hard to stay patient with your team when they're losing by 20, 30, or 40. Hopefully things get better as the year progresses. Just saying that Zach Collins' contract we gave looks like a contract we gave for training purposes, as that can be used to get a point guard. Interesting, playmaker Ito. We extended him 2 years for $35 million. It's possible the Spurs could look to move him. Ideally, Wemby will be the center of the future when he's big enough. That might be a couple years from now. And then you could sell him back at power forward, and with the skills he's learning at running the point right now, that would certainly help evolve or give him more to his game, maybe than other power forwards in the NBA. Keldon at the small, Devin at shooting guard, and then whoever our point guard is in the future. He does play it once in a while, Victor. He does. And yes, Adrian, they're without John Morant, Marcus Smart, and Steven Adams. Just to name a few. I think there's another 1 or 2 players that are out for the Grizzlies. We should be crushing them. Wow, Zach, that's awful. That's Tommy DeVito or Jake Fromm. No. I don't want to. No.
No, it's not
No.
a good answer, babe.
No lead is ever safe. That's fair. Steven Jack, yeah. Good times back then. We can say the good old everybody's good in the NBA, so when the game is a game for boost. I see what you're saying. Okay. What is the high I've seen? Oh, as a Spur? Oh, geez. I have no idea. The Basketball Reference would be a good place to look. I want to say it's 14 or 15. On the ABC broadcast, he just showed Kirk. His dog travels with him. I guess we need to see Bear. Well, he's asleep right now. Catch Blue, I think the selling point guard experiments all year. I can see where it would help us, Adrian. I'm not entirely for the point guard experiment this year, but that could also evolve his game in ways that maybe it wouldn't have without it, and make him a more complete player in the future if he goes back to his natural position as 4 and Wemby slides to the 5. So this could be one of those things where it hurts now, but it'll pay dividends in the future. Latino Lantern with another super chat, drops to $2. Collins the most assists with 5. Trey Jones 1. Pop, come on. What, the most assists? Really? Collins with 5? Oh gosh, Shuttleworth is back in the chat. Kellen at the line for 2. First one's good. And now he's asking for Giannis to tear his ACL. You know who needs to tear their ACL? Jesus Shuttleworth needs to tear his ACL. What do you think of that? How do you like it? Not so nice, is it? 92-79, 13-point game. Webby's checked back in for the Spurs. Jackson Jr. into the paint, spins around, throws it up, and rolls off the rim. A fight for the board. He gets his own miss, puts it back. Shot does not go in, but he's fouled, going to line for 2. Rich, remember, I'm fine in the West? No, I don't. I'm fine in the West. I'm drawing a blank on that. Bring me back. Yeah, he's been trolling hard tonight. 2 free throws coming up for the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies have been spending a lot of time at the line in the third quarter. Oh, did Morant say that? He's a dummy. So much talent. Just don't do anything stupid the rest of your career. All right, lads, fair enough. They did, Leonardo. It was just, the whole team was MJ. There was nobody else around him. So I know people are like, whoa, you had Pippen. If he's a GOAT, he shouldn't have a losing record. But going against the Celtics with 5 Hall of Famers, the Pistons, I don't know. Wemby with the ball in the paint. Little jump hook is good. Yes, the shot in the paint, finally. Did Pop say that 8 to 9 years ago? And a bucket for the Grizzlies. And I think this is an and 1. I was looking at the chat ever so briefly. Derrick Rose is going to the line. He's got an and 1. He cut the lead to 10. MJ had a good supporting cast. He had an okay supporting cast as a rookie. And then, obviously, when Pittman came, and then Horace Grant, and those type of players, he certainly had a good supporting cast. Pittman being his Robin, the rest of the guys were, serviceable, and then Dennis Rodman in the late 90s. Also with Derek Harper. Was it Derek Harper? No. Am I getting the players confused? I wouldn't think it was Derek Harper. Wemby with the ball right now. Takes the three. Short. Grizzlies ball, 94-84. Derrick Rose for three. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Ron Harper. Watching the guy, I felt like that name I was saying was wrong. Thank you, Ron Harper. A call's going to go into Spurs. Wemby with an offensive foul. Oh, my gosh, the Grizzlies are coming back. Lazy Jones, come on now. This isn't the channel for that. Momentum has absolutely swung in this game. Drive to the paint, and the layup's going to roll off the rim for David Roddy. Spurs ball. Osman will bring it up the court, gets it over to Dougie, back over to Malachi Branham. Branham's going to drive, pull up. Nope, he's just going to turn the ball over. I don't know if he was going to go for a shot or pass the ball, but that indecisiveness caused a turnover, and the Grizzlies can hold for the last shot, down by only 7. Detective Snow Peas World, good evening to you. A long three by Jackson. What a brick. That was not the shot I think the Grizzlies are looking for. It's actually going to be a shot clock violation with 0.1 on the clock. So the Spurs are not going to be able to get a shot off. Kobe, up by 15, and those of you that said the lead was evaporating, you were right. And now it did.
Hopefully fourth quarter Wemby will show up.
Weeding Mr. Fourth Quarter. If the Spurs lose this game,
It's going to be a rough night.
It's going to be a rough night. Don't do that to me, Spurs. These Grizzlies are missing everybody. It's a close game, though. I do like close games, so take that with a grain of salt. They've made it interesting, I guess. It's a 7-point game. No blowout. I don't like blowouts. We are not at 150 thumbs up yet, my friends, but there's definitely enough of you in there to do that. Thumbs up looks like this, and we greatly appreciate if you get the thumbs up. It's the best way to support a YouTube channel. It brings more viewers in. It grows the channel. If you're a Spurs fan and have not subscribed yet, we are wonderful. I like to think we're a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. We're generally positive, but we'll also call it things we don't like because you got to do that. You see, like some fans don't like the Jeremy Sohan point guard experiment. I get it. It's been rough to watch at times. I'm still going to root for him and the team. We're like a nuclear reactor every night. Do you mean like not stable? Devils lead experiment evaporated 2, up 3-2, lost 5-3. Oof. Okay, long losing streak. Oh my God, are we tanking? Jesus actually did a video about us possibly tanking. I don't think it's necessarily an intentional tank, but then sometimes you look at the rotations and you just kind of scratch your head and you're like, huh? And there's certainly been times this year where Pop has looked kind of aloof on the sideline. Put up the Forest chat. I don't know what you mean, Andrew. Rich, best cartoon theme song, Tailspin or DuckTales? Between those two, I'm going to go DuckTales. A woohoo!
DuckTales.
The woohoo gets it right there. Fair enough, July 26th. Good evening to you. Spurs by 20 tonight, then they need to get going in the fourth quarter, baby. I'm happy with any type of crowd spur at the moment, to be honest with you. I mean, if the numbers are under 100, which they were a lot last year, that was sometimes tough when you have, 70, 80 people watching, which don't get me wrong, I'm very appreciative, but when you're used to pulling in numbers like 150 to 200, and you see the fans are just completely not interested in the team at that moment, and I get it. The team was hard to watch last year. I took a lot of time off last year. That 16-game losing streak, I didn't want to be live for that every night. That's not fun. There's nothing positive to say when your team's lost 16 in a row. Now, the 7-game losing streak's not been fun either, but I made the commitment to you guys that, you know what? I took some time off last year. I want to call just about every game that I can this year, and hopefully they aren't losing games like they have been. I didn't finish that sentence. A little jumper is no good, but the putback by Jackson's also no good. Spurs ball. Got some baskets here. Trey Jones off to Wemby. Wemby into Zach Collins. 14 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Zach going to drop it off to Champagny. Over to Dougie. Back to Wemby. Wemby's going to launch a three. In and out. That's going to be natural, William, for people to compare Pop and Belichick. They're both very old. They're both former champions. They're both former champions with, franchise talents of Tom Brady and Tim Duncan. Both those players are not on the teams anymore and retired. So, yes, Pop and Belichick are going to be probably compared a lot this year. Pop might not be the best person to lead the team going forward. Bobby, a lot of people said that. He is a legend, just like maybe it's time for Belichick to step down. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if Pop's not the right guy for the job. Some people on the Spurs committee might say, how dare you say that? Pop can do no wrong. But the game, when he's coming out, does pass everybody by eventually. Whether you're a coach, whether you're a player, a UFC fighter, eventually Father Time catches up to you. And I don't know if he's the best guy for the job now anymore or not. This is his 5th losing season in a row. There's times when he coaches a team to incredible wins like those against the Suns, and you're like, yep, Pop's got it. And then you see us lose to a mid-team. Collins in the paint, good, and you wonder what the heck's happening. So, I don't know. Seth, I don't know why it's close either. The Grizzlies don't have most of their starters tonight, and they're hanging around. We're full strength minus Devin. Jackson with the ball into the paint. Throws it up. No good. Fouled. Going to line for 2. CB, good evening. If you're a Spurs fan, you need to be a Cowboys fan? No. It is hard being a Giants and Spurs fan at the moment, though. The Giants have sucked for the last decade, for the most part, minus an anomaly of 2 years when they made the playoffs. First free throw was good for Jackson. The Spurs have been bad 5 years in a row. So the last 5 years as a Spurs and Giants fan, and Yankees, too, who have been a disappointment every year in the playoffs, and this year just in general. Yeah, struggle's been real. Second free throw is good, 96-91. Isabel, go Spurs, go to you, and I know it's late where you are. He might have gotten slot. Yeah, Albert, he doesn't shoot people out like he used to. Champagny for 3. Air ball. Oh, come on, Champagny. Pop does seem more laid back than he used to be on the sideline. What you have to wonder, is the fire still burn after this many years? He's been coaching the Spurs since 96. Jackson drives in the paint, gets the layup, and now the Spurs are only up by 3.
Oh.
Zach Collins is wide open for 3. He'll take the 3, make the 3. I mean, one thing I've talked about with people is Conor McGregor was a fantastic UFC fighter. Made, $100 million because of the Floyd Mayweather fight? And I just think he's not the same because he just became so rich. There are things that change your passion for the game. And I got to wonder if... Yeah, we're going to have a foul and 2 shots coming up for the Grizzlies. When Timmy retired, how much did that affect Pop? They were extremely close. They won a lot of games together. The big 3 for that matter. Him, Manu, Tony, and Timmy. Is he anywhere close to that type of relationship with any of the current players? I don't know. Probably not. That relationship he had with Timmy? And that's tough because did Pop say he considered Timmy like a son? And now a technical on Zach Collins after the foul. Zach not happy with the call. He got 5 fouls tonight. So I don't know. Veronica, good evening. And the technical free throw on the way. And it is good. 5-point game. Robinson retired so soon. He was having a lot of injuries when he hit north of 30. He was 37 when he retired and clearly was on a decline. A big part of D-Rob's game was how athletically gifted he was. And when part of that is gone, he's still a good player, and it's still a very good defensive player out there. But the offense definitely the last few years was dropping significantly and quick. I just think he probably figured the time was right, and it worked out great. He retired as a champion. Both free throws good. So I'm glad he picked to retire when he did. He went out a winner. Couldn't ask for a Cinderella ending for David Robinson. Sony gets the ball poked out. Mama's going to chase down the loose ball. Way down at the other end of the court. Gets it back up to Sohan. 8 on the shot clock now for the Spurs. Up 99-96 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Dougie will whip the ball over to Osman. Osman going to start to drive. Loses the ball. A turnover. The Grizzlies try a fast break, and the shot is missed. The foul is rejected. We're going to have a foul as Williams misses twice in the paint, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Damn it, this team can't dribble. Albert, let them know. Let them have it. Glazing baking? I said that too, Phil. I was talking to my girlfriend. I'm not going to talk politics on this channel. We're not going to do that. All I'll say is that maybe Pop is more... Maybe at this point in his life, he's more interested in activism than... Or maybe he can't split the time appropriately between that part of his life and coaching. I don't know. Bobby, yes, this game... Yes, Bane! You merely adopted the dog. I was born in it. I don't know. My voice is terrible. What? My foot was getting cold. My floor is cold.
Your floor is cold.
His last game of the finals, yes, Greg. He did show he still had it, but that was something he couldn't do consistently night to night. Or maybe he could and just didn't want to. An offensive foul on the Spurs? Oh my God. I figure with Desmond Bane being the leading scorer for the Grizzlies right now on their current roster, why not Bane join us, Veronica? I'm trying a different person every night till the Spurs get a win, for gosh darn its sake. 99-98, and the Spurs are only up by 1. They've had the lead the whole game pretty much. And almost a turnover by the Grizzlies.
Oh.
But Yambo with the shot in the paint and 1. We are down by 1. You gotta be kidding me. Robinson's back injury, Bobby. He had a broken foot the same year. His back injuries. I don't know about his knees being a pretty big problem. I don't remember knee injuries, but just in general. He's over 7 foot tall. His body just started wearing down on him. Still, retiring his last game, he had a good game, 13 points and 17 boards. Free throw's no good, but the putback is by Bane. You gotta be kidding me. Box out, you bungholes. Trying not to get mad, but I'm kind of mad right now. We're down by 3 after leading this whole game. McDermott with the runner, no good. Yeah, we're going to have a defensive foul on the Grizzlies. Come on, clock. What is with my clock? Exactly, Mike. Robinson broke his back carrying the Spurs for like 10 years. Phil, fair enough. I serve in the military and will fight for anyone's right to say and believe what they want, but when you're at work, keep it to yourself. And you know what? While this TSR Sports isn't a job per se, this is a sports channel only. I'm not going into it. I get my little piece on when me Pop's distracted, and I'm leaving it at that. Spurs with the turnover. Team I'll get to your super chat in just a moment. I cannot believe we're down by 3 now. I'm down with the runner in the paint. I can't believe we're down by 5. Grizzlies on 11-0 run. Latino Lantern in the super chat, he says, why experiment a game season with point guard? You do that 5-10 minutes a game with different lineups. Pop is fundamental. This is why it's frustrating. Dish, dribble. I'm shocked he's been doing this. This seems like something he would not do back in the day. Latino Lantern, I appreciate the super chat. I'm not sure what's going on here. As Wemby gets knocked down, but he gets up again. You're never going to keep him down. There might be a bounty on Wemby. He's getting knocked around a lot tonight, and I don't like it. All right, Victor, I'll give you a real one. Go, Spurs, go. Pussycats, it is a classic blowing the lead. I can't believe we're down by 5. On the positive side, Rich, you have 154 likes. Well, thank you. We got to 150.
Veronica.
I love Bane even more than... Wait, do you love Tom Hardy? Veronica, are you a Tom Hardy fan? I cannot believe... We're in the bonus. No, actually, the Grizzlies are in the bonus. I heard Spurs are in the bonus on the TV. It's the other way around. Unless they have the bonus thing up wrong. Keldon flies in the paint, misses the runner. The defense chants are very weak right now as the fans are probably deflated that we're losing to this Grizzlies team. A 2-9 Grizzlies team. If we can't beat these guys, no Jean Morant, no Aquaman, no Marcus Smart.
Oh.
Jaren Jackson in the paint, throws it up off the glass. Good.
Oh.
We're down by 7. Good evening, Dazo. Lucas, the Spurs play good first half basketball. The second half, I don't get it. I can't believe we're down by 7 right now. Keldon for 3. No, we don't have any go to 2. I don't. Charles, good evening. Probably last game in watcher for a while. I'll still be here. I will still be here, even with the Spurs possibly extending this losing streak to 8. Wendy with the steal, gets out to Sohan. Jeremy in the paint. Layup, no good.
No.
Grizzlies ball. Jackson's going to launch a 3. No good. Wemby fights for the board and finally pulls it down. Gets it up to Dougie. Gets it to Keldon. Keldon is flying to the paint. Loses the ball. I think that's out on Keldon. Spurs with 0 field goals in the last 3:47. No, it's not over, but we've seen this story play out all too many times this year where the Spurs are up in the first half or in the third quarter. It's off Keldon's like, yes, he did, Starfish. Yes, he did. Charles, I love our Spurs just as much as any other fan or YouTuber or whatever. But, man, I don't know what to say with games like this. I mean, this is our 5th year covering the Spurs on this channel, and it's only been losing seasons. I have personally not seen a winning season on this channel. Started the channel April 5th, 2019, just at the end of their last playoff run with DeMar and LaMarcus when they got knocked out by Denver. And it's only been just losing seasons, and I'll still be here. I didn't expect to be a playoff team this year. I did not expect the losses that we've had, and then if we end up losing this, I'm not giving up on the team. It's still early. Basketball is very much a game of runs, but damn, Memphis adjusted at halftime, and Papa just doing the same crap. The Carpenters Apprentice, good evening. Yes, you pain man, but still love them. But damn, exactly. Spurs are bad. Number 1 pick, here we come. Yeah, you know what, Lady Jones, we do need some Chuck Norris. They will, Victor. I believe that we'll be a championship team again at some point. But as a fan and content creator, it's not only a punch in the right nut, but it's a punch in the left nut as well. And that's, you don't want to get punched in both nuts. You don't want to get punched in just one nut. But getting one and then the other one, that really hurts. What? Okay, thank you. Why did the New York Spurs and San Antonio Giants suck so much, Rich? Yes. Albert, I'm not sure I get the reference there, but I'll take your word on that. Hey, the drunk Mexican won fan of the game? Okay. Jorge says F the Grizzlies. We went from a lottery team to the gutter. I mean, well, we have big nuts. Grapefruits, that is. You know, with the losing, wow, the Grizzlies are outscoring us 19-5 in the fourth quarter. But one thing I worry about the most is the fans booing the players. We've seen it a little with Jeremy. Why no? The $2 super chat, he says, to ease the pain of the punches. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's funny. Appreciate you. Joy McDonald, thanks for stopping. A Grizzlies fan. Appreciate you being, all of you appreciate being here. I know it's going to be a long, hard season for us. Things I do believe will get better. It's just, I think we all didn't expect it to feel like last year. Like last year was really rough. The 16-game losing streak, the 11-game losing streak, multiple losing streaks throughout the season, only 22 wins overall. And I think we all, myself included, really thought with Wemby coming here, ball knocked out of bounds, and Sohan's going to touch it last and it's going to be Grizzlies ball. I think we felt there'd be an immediate turnaround with Wemby. And granted, we've been spoiled as Spurs fans. The immediate turnaround with David Robinson, the immediate turnaround with Tim Duncan. Of course, Timmy's had Robinson coming back, so we can't forget that. But we were used to so much success, and to be in this rebuild, this is a foreign place for us. And now a turnover by the Grizzlies. It's going to take time. We're going to have a lot more growing pains than I think we maybe have expected this year. It'll pay off in the end. It's like working out. You know, if you are overweight and trying to work out and trying to run for the first time in years and, you know, trying to run a mile and it's just killing you. That's our Spurs right now. Wemby in the paint gets rejected. You know, and I can say that somebody was overweight when you're trying to just like lose weight and you start running, it's rough, but you know, you start taking the pounds off, and then you start to run a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. That's our Spurs. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard, but I think it'll get better in time, but not with a huge dunk by Biyombo. We're down by 9. 15-0 run. Wemby pull-up jumper. No good. 15-0 run in the last 4.5 minutes.
The Grizzlies just look like they want it more.
Dazzle says we have 0 bets. Doug McDermott. We're talking like age 30 up bets. 3-point attempt is Dyer Williams. We're down by 12. 99 has been on the board for 5 minutes, Beavis. That's not a mistake on my part. Trey Jones runner is good.
Now it'll change.
The Spurs went 5 minutes without a score.
Isabel,
5.5 minutes.
Isabel, you are a real fan to stay up like this.
Yes, she is. I've given up 2 nights of sleep in a row.
Yeah, props, girl.
111, 101. That's why I asked for the thumbs up a lot from you guys, because it does help the channel, but with the Spurs struggling, it's going to be hard to bring new viewers in, and the thumbs up can help push the channel's algorithm on YouTube, and that's the only thing I'll ask from you guys. That's a missed shot by the Grizzlies. Spurs with the ball. Jones with the fast break layup. No good. Stonehan with the putback. All right, come on. 4-1 for the Spurs. Timeout by the Grizzlies. Come on. Let's not give up here. Are the home crowds booing yet? They did boo Sohan one night. But this is, you don't mess with this. You don't mess with the Sohan. Right into the microphone. We do have a point guard on the floor, KC. Memphis has Bane and Roddy Piper on their team, and we got unknown player. Does it still say unknown player? Does it still say unknown player on ESPN? So, if you're going to be a goon, then be a damn goon for 48 minutes. Wow. Oh.
Albert Rodriguez, this is like therapy.
Yeah.
This is group therapy.
It really is. I like Shannon's been therapy for the last couple of seasons. I mean, I try to stay positive. At times I have to call it like I see it. And that's why I did the Spurs tanking video recently, because I was just like, with Champagny starting out of the blue, who hadn't played all year, and just weird rotations. I still won't get the Wemby coming out after 5 minutes of the first quarter every game. I don't understand that one iota. Pop being pop, I guess. Hello, Spurs! Boo Day, I do not have Peacock, and I don't watch wrestling anymore. I used to love in the 80s and 90s. I just kind of got out of it. I don't want to say grown out. If people say, "Oh, I grew out of wrestling," like, you can enjoy wrestling in your 30s, 40s, and beyond. Just my, you know what really changed for me is I got away from it for a little bit, and then I got into the UFC, and I much prefer well, as I say, the real combat sports over the staged athletic WWE. Really male soap opera. I believe it's in it kind of like with the storylines. And it just became too much. My love for wrestling started to drop a lot when they added SmackDown because then it was 4 hours of wrestling a week plus a pay-per-view a month, and I was like, this is asking a lot of me. When it was just Monday Night Raw, I was all in. But when you need to watch Raw and SmackDown to keep up with stuff, that's when my love dropped a lot. Stuck in the 80s loves the 80s WWF and Stuck in the 80s loved the WWF. That's actually the easiest way I can put it. When it was the WWF, I was a big fan. When it switched to WWE in 2002, that's when my interest, not because of the name change, it just happened to coincide when my interest started to wane. The UFC has not had bra and panty matches. That's fair.
Isabel would like Selena.
I'll bring this Selena up.
When you're ready, come and get it.
Ricardo, I like to probably get some minutes. Attitude Era. Yes, Red. Yeah, well, you hit the thumbs up, brings more people on, I'm telling you. YouTube's all about that algorithm. Spurs up by 8. 4 on the shot clock. Jackson. Oh, Lemmy! Lemmy crashes into Jaren Jackson, and with the Grizzlies in the bonus, that's going to be 2 free throws.
I got you, Isabel.
This is David Robinson and horrible Vinny Del Negro point guard all over again. Vinny was all right. I would love Jordan likes William. I would love to get that tonight. Jackson at the line, but you know what? I'd rather a Spurs win. Wemmy does shoot threes a lot. Well, hello, BB.
Hello.
Mickey, if we lose this game, I will say we suck at the end of the game. No, I can't make any excuses for this game. Yes, it's a back-to-back. We had a huge lead. Trey with the ball right now. Looking to get it to Collins. Collins in the post. Picks up his dribble. 8 on the shot clock. Now drives into the paint. Little jump hook is off the rim again. Gets his own miss. Going to fire it out to Osman. Osman's going to fire a 3. In-and-out burger. God damn those in-and-out burgers. Grizzlies ball. Down by 10. Grizzlies are in the bonus, which means we cannot foul people. Bismack Biyombo with the ball. Drops it off to Bane. Bane's going to drive on Wemby. Throws up the reverse layup. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball. AK-47 pew pew pew. Good evening. Shouldn't we have won this game? Yes, we should have won the game. Reyes, that's a fact. That's fair, William. That's fair. If we do lose this, it'll be 8 in a row. It's not the Spurs' fault. It's the Rim's fault. Oh, huge collision.
Ooh.
Is that on Sohan? That's on Sohan. Offensive foul. Marquise, that's a turnover on Sohan. Why do you take Trey Jones out? He just looks, I don't know. Pop seems different on the sideline this year. Just like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
Aloof.
The Giants and Pats think this is pathetic. Ouch. Aloof, because that's actually the word I've used for him. Williams at the line for 2.
Is it?
Pop jumpsuit era. Pop suit era championship jumpsuit not. I'm tired of Wemby being behind the 3-point line as well. He missed the first free throw, second free throw up and in. I'm calling under rock until the All-Star break. Make sure you breathe, eat, sleep, and poop under there. Alley-oop to Wemby, and he loses the ball. Gets over to Collins. Out to Keldon for 3. Good.
There you go.
Keldon with the long 3. Game is not over yet. Mary Merksy, you were at the game and left early? Yeah. Well, Jackson in the paint. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Wemby with the rebound. The Spurs got numbers. Spurs got a 5-on-2. A 5-on-3, excuse me. And a miss and a putback by Wemby. 6-point game.
It's like they woke up.
Woke up at the end. There's still time to bring it back. Joshua with the Sohan stinks. I think if Pop keeps signing point guard, I wouldn't be surprised Sohan demands a trade. Some other people have said that, Phil. I don't think he's liking it. That pull-up J is good by Aldama. Clutch shot by him. His team needed a bucket, and he got it for him. This is the classic Blue Balls comeback. I don't even know what to do with that. Wemby with the ball. Gets it into Collins. Collins in the paint. Throws it away.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's passing that ball. Last night, Doc Rivers said that was the worst fast break I've ever seen was out for the Spurs. Tycoon, I will say that if we lose tonight, I'll still love my team, but almost a steal by Kellen. Grizzlies get the ball back. Bain with the ball. Step over three. No good. And Aldama gets the rebound. Took it right away from Wemby. Minute to go. 5 on the shot clock for the Grizzlies. And the high layup's no good, and we're going to have a whistle. Heard rumors of Zach LaVine open to playing under Pop. Yeah, right. What would we do with the... Zach said he'd rather watch paint dry. Oh, did Collins foul out?
That's 2 games in a row where Collins has had a lot of fouls.
Yeah, he was great last night, though. He's inconsistent. I like Zach. He's not our starting center of the future. I think he's a really good backup center. And fine, he did foul out with 16 points. And fine as a spot starter as a center. He's like a lot of our guys, though, inconsistent. Reds, we will get better. Vassell for LaVine. My girl's not going to like that. They better not pick up They already picked up Sohan's option, Joshua. They already picked up his third-year option. They did that with all 3 of their first-round draft picks from last year, I believe. Branham, Blake, and Jeremy. I believe they all got their options extended already. Sugar J, what would it be? I saw something about that before the season. They picked up the options, I believe, for next year as well. Wemby with 8 blocks tonight.
Whew.
I didn't realize he had 8 block shots, Spurs fans. First free throw's good. So Wemby just killing on the defensive end. Taking too many threes still, though. Hey, Pop, take care of your grandchild? Let's trade the whole team for Chet so we can see 2 goofy tall towers sucking together. Wemby has 8 blocks. Both free throws good, and we are in serious dire straits. Wemby with the ball. Zips in it and turns it over. That's the game.
Yeah.
Grandpa, when do we blame Grandpa Pop? Latino Lantern, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I've said it in my tanking or the video I did recently. A lot of the blame goes on him. He's starting Sohan. It's the rotations. Sure, the blame goes on the players too. Bane's going to drive by the whole Spurs defense and get a layup. And that's game. And I think I hear some booing. Kellen's going to launch a quick 3. No good. Out of bounds.
Really like to see what a practice looks like for them.
From up 18 to down 12. Yep. Guys, if you get the thumbs up on the way out, it does still help the channel. I'd appreciate it. Help the struggling Spurs fan and struggling Spurs community as we just endure loss after loss. And this is embarrassing. We didn't get blown out, but we suck if we can't beat a team that's missing half their starters. No Aquaman, no John Morant, no Marcus Smart. And we lose again. I don't even know what to say to this. Go Sucks, go. Zach for Zach at that point? I would do that. Listen, let's take one look at the silver lining. We'll pull up the final game stats. Wemby had 8 blocks. That is a lot. I don't know what the team record is for the Spurs. I know D-Rob had 10. I don't know if anybody had more than D-Rob. But this is disappointing. I can't sugarcoat a disappointment. To lose this to the Grizzlies, who were coming into the game 2-9. They were worse than us. Now we're half a game worse than them. We're 3-10. They're 3-9. I don't know what to say, Spurs fans. I try to be as positive as possible, but what? I'll go over the stats. Jackson got us for 27 tonight. Bayamo had a really balanced game, 14-9-4 for the Grizzlies. Contra finished with 5. Bane and his Bane literally got us tonight. He had 26. Gilliard with 3 off the bench. They had some good bench play. Aldama finished with 17, and Williams finished for 17. So 2 players with 17 off the bench for the Grizzlies. Lawton finished with 2, Roddy with 0, and D. Rose with 9 for our San Antonio Spurs. We had one guy with double-digit points off the bench, Osman, 13, and I believe he finished with 10 in the first half, so our bench absolutely cooled off in the second half. Anyway, for our Spurs, Zach Collins with 16. He did foul. He had a decent line of 16, 7, and 6. Champagny with 6. Jeremy Sohan with 16. Kelvin Johnson finished with 22 to lead the team in scoring. Wemby had 19 points. He struggled from the field tonight, 6 of 17, but 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 8 blocks, and 2 turnovers. So sure, the shots weren't going in for Wemby tonight, but 8 block shots is ridiculous. So love to see that, and that won't be the last time Wemby has 8 blocks. Would not be shocked if Wemby has a 10 block game at some point in his career. Off the bench, Mamu with 5. Barlow played a whole 3 minutes and had 0. McDermott with 5. Osman with 13. Bassie only played 4 minutes and had 0. Bassie seems to be in the doghouse lately. I think last night he only played like 5 minutes. Trey Jones, 21. Trey didn't have the best outing. 2 points, 1 of 4, 3 assists, minus 18. Actually, our bench, Osman finished with a minus 21. Trey Jones with a minus 18. And then Brandon finished with 4 points. Brandon only 2 of 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. A frustrating loss for our Spurs tonight. 295 likes. We're close to 200. And, I'll probably sit here and chat with you guys for a couple minutes because a quick couple minutes of therapy. Trey and Sohan stink. I mean, I'll keep my head up. Yes, we drafted Primo over Schengen. Yes. The bench has been inconsistent at times, but lately they've not been the best. This is 8 games in a row of a losing streak. And Pop's up right now. Already a post-game interview. Talking about trouble sustaining the game, which we have. We were winning in the first half, and we've had a lot of games this year, Spurs fans, that we've been up in the first and second quarter. And the leads disappear in the third and or fourth. We got the Clippers 2 games coming up. Oh boy. Let me look at the schedule and see when I think our next win's going to be. Thank you. We got the 200 thumbs up, but don't stop there. Let's get it to like 205 to 207 in case a couple thumbs up disappear. But I want to look at our schedule coming up and take a look at when our next win might be. We got the Clippers Monday and Wednesday. That's going to be tough. Oh my gosh. The next 4 games. Clippers, Warriors, Nuggets. I don't think we're beating Denver. Those Clippers games Pop's done already. He don't want to talk about this game. As usual. Clippers twice. The Warriors, we beat them in preseason, and we seem to match up good against them. I believe we took down the Warriors once last year, so we could win that Golden State game. After that, it's the Hawks, the Pelicans, the Rockets, who have been playing really well this year, the Lakers twice, the Pelicans and the Bucks, the Bulls. Really, there's no easy game for us. Because even the games we thought we were going to win or could win, like the Pacers, I thought that was a winnable game. We got annihilated by the Pacers. Tonight, I thought we were going to win. And we lost by double digits. I don't know. Spurs fans, I think things are going to get better at some point this season. The question is when. Do we get better in 10 games? Not to the All-Star break, not to the last 2 weeks. The Bulls are a winnable game. They've actually been on the decline. Vassell's out with an abductor injury now, Marcus. The second time he's been injured this year and missed at least 2 games from the injury. He worries me with the injuries. He missed a lot of time last year because of the knee injuries. Missed some time this year with the groin, now the abductor. I hope he doesn't become like Anthony Davis, where he's just injured every year and misses 10, 20, 30 games. It is a brutal schedule coming up for the moment. This was a winnable game. And William, I really thought this was going to be the game to end the losing streak. with the Grizzlies missing so much of their firepower and the Grizzlies not being good in 2-9 and this being a home game. And we had the lead. Actually, I want to look at the points per quarter. Let me pull up ESPN one last time before we call it a night. Let's pull up the box one last time. The Spurs outscored Memphis 35-26 in the first, 33-25 in the second. Then we got outscored 36-26 in the third, and an embarrassing 33-14 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we got destroyed in the fourth quarter, outscored by 19. That's not what you're looking for at all. I don't know when they'll turn it around. There is talent on this team. I don't know. I don't know if we could use experience, though. I don't want to use that as an excuse. I mean, yes, we're a young team.
You need a leader.
What's that?
You need a leader.
We do need a leader. Destroyed in the second half? Yes. Annihilated in the fourth quarter. Kokoshibo scored 14. Sohan got his pocket picked to start the third, and I was like, here we go. And yeah, you're right. And yes, why is Vassell always hurt? Yes, Marquise, there is talent. All right? Wemby is a talented player. I do think Vassell has a lot of talent. I think Callan's got I do. A lot of people say the Spurs don't have any starters on their team. I do think Wemby, Kelvin, and Devin have things they can offer and are talented players. I do. Sohan right now, his talent feels to be stunted because of the position he's playing. If he was still playing power forward like he was last year, I do think he'd be having a better year, but playing way out of position is certainly not helping him at the moment. Long term, maybe. TSR, you need to go to the tryouts?
The tryouts, I think.
Oh, the tryouts. Yes, we will be okay. TSR, I told you, 3 wins, 79 losses this season. It's not going to be that bad. Thank you to everyone. Best wishes the rest of the weekend to Rich, Miss TSR, Bear, and Tom Hardy. Win or lose, always training with you all. Well, I don't know what I'm going to try for the next game. I even had Bane out here tonight, and it didn't work. Yeah, I mean, we could say experience, but these are professional basketball players. I don't forget he chose Lucas Samanic 19th. Done with Sohan. Rich, still think over under 22 wins this season. I said 38 July 26th.
Oh.
I'm thinking the under now. Unless they really turn things around at some point in the season, I really thought this team could get to 38 wins. With Wemby being a generational franchise player and a one-of-a-kind player, I really thought he would impact the team more than he is. I know he's 19, but LeBron James had a big impact his rookie year. I don't think the Cavs made the playoffs his rookie year, but he had a great rookie season. Maybe averaged like 22 or 23 a game. Maybe it was like 21. I don't know, whatever it was. I think the expectations were too high by Spurs fans, myself included. We wanted that David Robinson turnaround the first year of plus 25 to 30 wins, that Tim Duncan turnaround the first year, and it's just not going to happen. Not saying it can't. They could turn around the season and start going on a winning streak, but right now things are just not clicking. Pop's going to need to coach him up more. And if he's really not running play for Wemby right now, they need to adjust their offense. We're taking way too many threes as a team. We're not a good three-point shooting team. Wemby's taking way too many threes. Something needs to change. That being said, I'll be here regardless, win or lose, and I know a lot of you will be too, and that's all I got. So I'm going to call it a night, my friends. If you haven't done so, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Miss TSR and Bear, what's you going to do when TSR Sports and the whole TSR family run wild on you? Go Spurs, go!